play sound from your computer today?
I've been recommending them for years, and they've done 3 roofs for me. When it comes to roofing, I get numerous complaints from people who paid money up front and got nothing. That will never happen with Excel. At Excel Roofing, they won't take a cent until you're content. Call Excel now and get a free upgrade to hail-resistant asphalt shingles, locally owned and operated for 25 years. And on my referral,
yeah, that's all I'm going to use this for. See how it goes.
ExcelRoofing.com.
Damn it. I hate when I do an email and forget attachments.
Oh, I know it. You know what, Mark? Whatchamacallit, Google does have something, did you know? It's built in because if the word attachment or C or something is in, they'll say, did you forget an attachment?
Really?
Yeah, I'll get a call like that.
Yeah, I've seen that actually.
Yeah, and it'll tell you. I often, I go, oh wow, that's cool.
Our Google's coming out with something you carry with you, you stick it in any computer that you're at, and you don't have to log into anything. Just go to your email or any website that you have logins for, and it doesn't. The computer doesn't save it; it stays with you. You just plug it in.
Kind of looks at it.
Yeah, because if you ask me, I forget all my passwords. I have to have them on my phone, and too many to remember.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Tom Martino, your Troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. Yes, we're consumer advocates, so we do help, information, and referrals. We solve problems. We answer questions. We take complaints. That's what this show is all about. Action. We don't just talk about things. You know, I don't mind shows that talk about things, but for so long we've been actually solving problems. You've never heard anything like it if you're just tuning in. Never. Now, we talk about problems. Some of them are maybe mundane to you. But then there's a bigger lesson. We always have bigger lessons. So the show is so important. 303-713-TALK while we're on the air. 303-Martino works 24/7. It automatically comes to us on the air when we're here. And in the studio we have FixMyHome.com, which is better known as the company Fix It 24/7. We'll talk to them about anything near and dear to your heart and pocketbook and your home. I know we're getting a lot of play on our Facebook ad for Fix It, and it's basically $39 for a diagnosis, no matter what. I think that takes all the mystery out of it. You'll never pay more than $39. You're not obligated to get anything fixed. We'll talk about that. And then if you do get things fixed, they got a special deal for you. So let's talk about Budget A1 Transmission Auto Repair, because that's important. They have a $119 transmission special. Now, Mark was in the business a while ago. You know, he actually ran some places for
10 years, brother.
119 was unheard of back then, let alone now. You're talking about not pulling the transmission, but dropping the pan, pulling the filter, replacing it, fluids, adjustments, whatever it needs. Now, of course, they're not going to rebuild your transmission. We're talking about a service. But $119? Do you know they say transmissions, if serviced, will damn near last forever? I mean, that's the biggest problem. People don't service them. They don't clean them. That's what servicing is. It's cleaning. Do you know dirt's the #1 enemy of everything in the world? It really is. Your teeth, which causes heart disease, which goes into your system, causes systemic inflammation. Same with a car, with anything not serviced and cleaned. So anyway, Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair, 3201 South Santa Fe. That's Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth. They're on my referral list. They do general car repairs as well. $119 for that transmission special. 303-781-9858. 303-781-9858. And I know these guys at Fix It were jumping up and down when I said dirt's the #1 enemy. It is, really. For everything. Everything.
Absolutely.
Right, Brian?
Yes.
Brian's with us. Brian Remington's GM, part owner, whatever. Maybe not part owner, GM. Who cares? You're the big guy. You're one of the big guys. I don't know. George let you come here, and I'm just joking because George decided not to. Maybe he's tired. He's been traveling a lot. Annette We have an update on your wedding dress. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Now, here's what happened. We get back and forth, back and forth. Annette says basically she was forced to buy a new wedding dress for her daughter, and this one was rendered useless. And we're talking about a $1,400 wedding dress. Rendered useless because it was ruined. This woman was trying to, this woman at, what was the name of it, Deputy Daff? Remember the name of the place?
I didn't bring my notes
All
up
right.
with me.
Suzanne.
So fine, Denver seamstress.
Yeah, Denver seamstress.
So fine, and then denverseamstress.com was the URL. And the complaint was easy to understand. The dress wasn't going to be ready for the wedding, but the seamstress says, yes, it was. We got it done just a few days before. But it gets worse than that. This is a $1,400 dress, and this bride kind of gained a lot of weight. She's a size 18. This dress was size what, Daff? Do you remember what size this dress is?
It was a 16.
And she had to make it an 18, which is not unheard of. But in any case, there was an argument. Was the dress ready or not? And
well, it wasn't ready for the pictures, for sure.
No, it wasn't ready for photos or anything.
And people flew out for those photos.
None of that. And the seamstress admits it was just a few days before the wedding she got it done. That's unreasonable. So she went out and bought, the bride's mom went out and bought a new dress for the bride. But then we said, what does she owe? What does she owe this person? Because we figured if the wedding dress still has value, she can get rid of it, and she's not out every penny. But then Annette said, Tom, the dress is ruined. Even though she got it done late, it's still terrible. The job is terrible. Isn't that right, Annette?
Well, it was the last time I saw it, Tom.
And we went and picked it up. We literally picked it up to look at it. And we had all of our our women look at it first. We looked at it too.
And Clint.
But truly, Clint went to pick it up. But truly, the women have more of an eye for this. For a dress, I don't know what to look at. So, Dav, what do you think?
Well, it's not even finished. It's still not finished. So if she wanted to sell it, it's only basted, and the buttons are not completely in.
What's basted mean? Is that kind of like temporary sewed?
Yes,
temporarily sewed?
It's pinned together, so it's not even complete.
Did she do that for us, do you think, because we were picking it up?
I think that she continued to work on it, yes.
Now, we have a camera. We're online, YouTube and Facebook, every day, Monday through Friday. Also on iHeartRadio for the audio. And referralist.com, we stream through that, too. Now, we're putting the camera right now on the dress, and you won't be able to tell anything, but I'm going to ask Daphne to point out some defects. And she's saying, basically, it wasn't permanently sewed. And then what else, Daphne? What else? And if you just say it, I'll repeat it. Okay, that's pinned. You're right, that's not done. Now, weren't there some seams that were just unsightly?
That was before, and I'm not finding those.
Okay, I'm going to turn on Mike's. I'm going to turn on Mark's mic. So we can, okay. So what about in general there? You say you don't put zippers on a wedding dress?
And I guess the pictures that we had, the zipper was only in there temporarily. And then the buttons, I guess, since the last pictures we saw.
I guess the bottom line, does this woman have really, didn't she blow the $1,400?
Well,
this dress.
Well, yes, because it was not available for the photos.
And it's just not really a value now.
Yeah, you can see
the seamstress should just pay up. Yeah, really, just pay up. I mean, I changed my mind a bit because I thought, hey, you got a dress. Okay, you had to go out and buy another one. Did you jump the gun? Everyone I talk to says she absolutely did not jump the gun. You don't wait till a few days before the wedding to see if the seamstress got it right when every other prior time she did not get it right. So she was completely reasonable in buying another dress. But now the question is she reasonable for not only wanting well, she doesn't want money for the new dress. She just wants money for the airfare for the photos and she also wants that dress. She doesn't want that dress. She says she ruined the dress. So what what do you think? We all agree with Annette.
How much did she pay, or what value did she give this woman?
$1,400 for that dress, Mark. And then the seamstress gave no value. There's no value given. That woman the seamstress took a $1,400 dress.
No. What I'm saying is, how much did she pay the seamstress total? 14?
It was in trade.
She hasn't.
That's what I meant by value.
$600.
Right,
600.
Did she? And will she give the $600 back?
$600 was supposed to be for the alterations only. $14 she already paid for the dress, so that's $2,000. Really.
Yeah.
And so we hounded this seamstress, negotiated with the seamstress, and I think Annette has an update.
Hello?
You're there. You heard us so far, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. What's the update?
Tom, there was also a second dress that she lost, but...
What? Wait. I never heard of that one. What are you talking about?
Okay, there was a temple dress that my daughter wore to her temple ceremony.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I had...
And that's gone. And that dress is gone. No one knows where it is.
Lost.
Was she supposed to tailor that one or alter that?
She was supposed to make a small alteration to it.
Wait, she lost it?
Yes.
Come on. You never mentioned this before.
I didn't get a chance.
Oh, no. Please, don't say that. Don't say that. I hate when people say we're on your side, by the way, but don't say that. Don't ever say that. You've talked to us countless times on and off the air.
Well,
you had a
talked
chance
to
to tell us.
Daphne about
You
it.
had a chance. Okay, so, Daphne, what's the story there?
She mentioned it to me, and yes, there was a temple dress, very minor alteration that was supposed to be done, and she lost it.
So how much was
gone.
that dress?
Well, Tom, I had sewn it. It cost me $150 to replace the...
Why, did you make that dress, Annette?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. So you do know what you're talking about when you talk about seamstress alterations, because you actually know how to make a dress?
Yes.
I would love to know how to
Yes.
do that. I would love.
Well, the question begs, why didn't you do this one then?
Well, come on.
Why?
Mother of the
Mark,
bride.
why?
She's got other things
Mark,
to do.
Mark, making a wedding dress.
She did not have time.
I would like to talk to a woman who's ever made her daughter's wedding dress. That would be wonderful. That's the skill. I mean, the skill involved in patterns, or if you don't have it, there are people that do it without patterns. Have you ever done what do you call it? A seamstress or a what do you call it? I didn't even know what to call it. Have you done a
pattern,
a dress?
I made one like way back in high school.
I tried. My mom taught me how to sew, but I wanted to learn how to make things, and I couldn't, but I could repair things. Now, Annette, bottom line, what is this woman going to do for you? And I have to warn others about her. I hate doing that. I don't want to ruin her business, but my God, DenverSeamstress.com, right? Isn't it?
Right.
And then her name is So Fine. What is the actual official name, Suzanne?
I have So Fine Denver Seamstress.
No,
that's what I have on my sheet,
that's
Tom.
not the name.
Okay.
So what's the name of... it's not your fault. We've had about 100 different names.
No, if you Google it, it says So Fine / Denver Seamstress.
That's because her URL is Denver Seamstress, I think. What do you know? Is that the actual name of the company?
That's the name she uses, yes.
So Fine Denver Seamstress?
Yes.
And her website is denverseamstress.com?
Correct.
Okay, then it is. All right. So, what is she going to do for you?
So, Tom, on Friday she signed a notarized promissory note for $2,300.
A promissory note.
Right.
Okay.
That's good, actually.
It's better than nothing, I'll tell you that.
What does it say? When is she going to have you paid?
She's supposed to be paid, make payments in 3 payments, and be paid in full by the 19th of September. So my question for you now is, what do I do if she reneges on that?
Well, you sue her. You get a judgment. Then you start doing garnishments.
And the judgment should be easy if you did the promissory note, right?
Man, you got to do all of it.
Okay.
I mean, but at least you have something, right? And how much? $2,300. So that would cover that would cover the dress, the alterations, and it would cover some plane fare. You're out the other dress, but I don't know. No, actually, you're almost made whole there. But and of course, we don't want to talk about the pain and misery. So
I think that was fair.
We'll call it done.
But poor Annette, she said, every time I think back on the wedding, it's like this pops into my head.
I'm calling that a success. That's my bell.
We've had similar stuff when it comes to the catering, and the catering gets screwed up, and they think back, and all they can think about their wedding was a bad catering.
Yeah. Anyway, we start out with a good one, $2,300 at least in writing right now. We'll see what happens. Annette, we will follow this along and help you go after her should anything happen. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Art of Granite is the art of doing kitchens the right way. If you want countertops and you want some cabinets, Art of Granite. Art of Granite does not charge for anything but the actual fabrication and installation. The cost of granite is passed on to you wholesale. And you can use his account to buy it anywhere or buy it from him. Here's the other thing. He tears out and hauls away free, does the bathroom free when you have the kitchen done. Art of Granite. Here's the great part. Get your price on the phone. That's a hard thing. But you know what? Since he only charges for the fabrication and installation by the square foot, he knows what the heck it's going to cost. So that's what he tells you. And he may even he'll throw it in as a complete estimate. Give him a call, 303-386-5919. Open 6 days a week, closed Sundays, artofgranite.net. You will never find better. I'll tell you that because he puts his heart and soul into it. 303-386-5919. And Art of Granite, of course, is on the original list, ourreferrallist.com.
This report is brought to you by Hyundai.
When I'm going to do it, it's just the best, you know, consistently, except for when I'm producing, and then I'll just plan on going after the show, so that we keep you constant.
So what are they going to do with the dress now?
I've got to ask her what she's going to do. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I need to ask her. I don't even know if she wants
fine.
it.
She'd probably get it, right? She paid the $2,300.
Well, that seamstress should keep it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have Clint take it back to the seamstress. All right. So that's you think, yeah, the seamstress should get it because she's paying.
Yeah, if she wants it.
Okay.
The seamstress sucks. Actually, she'd be on the sleeves brigade.
Well, she paid $2,300 back.
Well, no, she didn't pay it back. She promised to pay it back. Guys, what do you think?
For on what?
The seamstress. What do you think?
She sucks.
Do you think she should be on,
No.
Not if she put $2,300 back.
No, she gave her her money back. No way. She's all right. I'd never use her. And when my daughter gets married, I'll make my own alterations to the dress. Unlike that caller. Call her, she's lazy.
This is Dan Kaplis. I believe that talk is cheap. Action speaks
She got that promissory note.
So if you need a lawyer for
Hey, Tom, Mark sent me a follow-up that Compass helped a lady, so I was going to get Compass insurance and the lady on for the follow-up. Is that good with you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a great one, too, because she had farmers or Allstate. They weren't going to pay, and they got them to pay. It's a really good follow-up.
What? It was Liberty. It was a Liberty problem.
Liberty Mutual.
Okay. Is that who it was, Mark?
It was outside of their realm, and they were still able to help.
It was definitely Liberty Mutual.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't sell Liberty.
Oh, Compass doesn't?
No.
Oh.
Liberty is only sold through Liberty. Boy, this is the first complaint I've had on this chiropractor, man. Guy says he was arrogant, or this woman says she was arrogant. Did you see that?
No,
Dr. Mike is arrogant?
That's what
Dr. Mike Hetterscheid,
I don't see that.
he's wonderful. I would say anything but.
I know, he's a great guy every time I
Mild
met him.
mannered is how I would put him. But,
She refers to him as this guy. He never introduced himself. He never shook my hand. Never asked about myself. Never asked about my pain.
I disagree there.
I felt he was arrogant and only wanted to build his business. This is so outside. Every review I've seen on this guy or email has been stunningly good. Well, I wonder why this one's so out of here.
I'm going to him tonight. Should I bring it to him?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to print it off for me, I'll bring it to him. Hey, George is watching on Facebook. He said that it's Friday's show that's playing right now on Facebook. Did you guys know?
Did you, Friday show?
Look that over.
Friday show on Facebook? Come on, bro.
That's on. That's here.
On Facebook, it would have to be there, yeah. We have live watchers.
All right.
Tell them to scroll up to the live one. Fridays, it's still posted on Facebook.
Come on, George.
George! Oh, you can't hear me.
Oh, he just texted me, never mind. He said, tell Tommy we're airing Friday show again.
Come on, George. Brian said he's going to give away 10 free furnaces today. Tom was pulling an April Fool's joke on one of our tire people, and he said, he did this live on the air, he goes, now this is just an April Fool's joke, but I want everybody to call up and say, hey, I'm calling for the 4 free tires. Am I one of the first 20 calls?
So I wanted them in on it.
Yeah, he was telling the audience to be in on it. Well, it did not go over well. We had some very angry callers call up, yelling and bitching at Al for free tires.
Oh, man.
That's tough. That was so funny.
Snake.
I never missed a beat.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. K&H Home Exteriors, or no, K&H Home Solutions. Boy, I call them everything, but just remember the K&H, please. I love these guys. They started out K&H Windows 62 years ago. They've been in business. They've, of course, went to roofing and gutters and siding and doors. In addition to Windows, K&H Home Solutions, which of course they are. And right now, free triple pane upgrade when you buy windows from them, not to mention 30% off the Everlast siding. In fact, I heard, Mark, you talking on the phone today about Everlast. You recommended it to someone, Everlast siding? I heard it on the phone.
Yeah, I did, man. I said they had a free upgrade to triple pane windows, and their Everlast had the best warranty in the business.
Oh, it's incredible. So if you're looking for siding, 30% off right now. And then K&H Home Solutions is also doing the free upgrade to triple pane. You know, a lot of people become what I call special, what do you call it, almost insensitive. They're immune to it because they hear so many specials. But listen carefully. This is truly a window purchase at your normal price with an upgrade to triple pane and truly 30% off siding. So don't become, don't become so, I don't know, what's the name? People just get tired of hearing about specials because they don't believe them. But this is a real deal. K&H Home Solutions, 303-421-7100. But it's best, make your appointment online. And there's no obligation. Just make your own appointment, khwindows.com. khwindows.com. Have you found that, Brian, at Fix It 24/7? Do people bite on specials? Specials, if you really do a special, it's real and it's worth it. I mean, it really is. People don't. I don't think people really believe sometimes when you say this much off or half price or I think they become so I don't know, used to hearing it that they don't really know it hurts a business. So many businesses, they say, should we give 25% off or 40% off and 50 or 15% off, because the really good companies are really taking that off the bottom line. And absolutely, consumers just hear it and I think they go blah 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 blah. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
so what do you think?
I think consumers, especially at least in our industry, a lot of people don't get our service on their AC or furnace very often, so they don't know what's good or what's not.
Yeah, so for like when you do that clean and check for $39, they don't realize truly send a tech to do that work would normally be like George says $139, but even $139. If I paid someone $139 and watched what he did, I would think I'm getting a screaming deal at $139.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
some of these companies, the way they charge, it would be over $200 or $300 what you guys do.
For sure. I mean, the training that these guys do, that we pay for them to go, just to have a skilled quality technician to employ them and to pay them what they're worth.
So for them to go out and do it for $39, what you're hoping is that you're going to become their company in the future, of course.
Absolutely.
And that's why people do this.
Earn their trust, right?
All right, let's go to the phones. We have a follow-up on this insurance thing, which sounds great. Suzanne, can you summarize what this, you don't know the problem? Okay.
Mark should know.
Okay, this is Jessica with Liberty Mutual. Jessica, the original problem was what?
Oh, well, good morning.
Hi.
The original problem was I was in an accident in October, and it was just a struggle to get any type of information on when they were going to pay me out.
Was Liberty Mutual your company?
No. No.
Yeah, and this is what I hate. I hate when people are bounced around with the other person's insurance because really, Jessica, you should not have to deal with the other party's insurance. You should only have to deal with your insurance and then the other party directly. So how did you get tricked into dealing with them directly?
Well, I just kind of took it up on myself, I guess.
Okay, so what was the hang-up with them?
They kept telling me that they were not getting all of my medical bills, the information from my bills.
So they're saying we can't pay because we don't know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which is a bunch of garbage.
Yeah, because I did send them the bills every time I would go.
It's one of their most common ploys to delay payment is to say they didn't get it. And what else were they saying?
They just continued. They couldn't pay anything out until they either got all the bills, and that was pretty much it.
And that's a lie too. They don't have to. They can pay them as they get them. Okay. Did you have MedPay, by the way?
I'm sorry, Tom. What does that mean?
Okay, MedPay is medical payments coverage, meaning no matter whose fault it is, you immediately get coverage for your health care bills relating to the accident, and it's not subrogatable. And it doesn't count against you. Do you have medical payments insurance?
Yeah, I have Kaiser.
But is it I'm talking about MedPay on your automobile policy, dear.
You know what? I don't know.
Well, if you don't, I want you to get it because it's the best it's the best value in insurance. And this is for everyone listening. It's called MedPay. So you don't fight whose fault. You still fight whose fault it is, and ultimately, over a certain amount of money, it goes to the other party. But in the beginning, when you need the fast checkups and X-rays and all of that, it covers it without any argument. Jeremy, am I explaining MedPay correctly? Jeremy is our expert at Compass Insurance. Am I explaining that properly?
Yeah, and in Jessica's specific situation, there was medical bills, but there was also time off work.
Of course,
that wouldn't cover in that case.
But explain MedPay though. Isn't it a cheap insurance?
It is, yeah. I mean, our strong recommendation is everyone have at least $5,000, and it's going to apply regardless.
And what is it going to cost? I mean, really, think about it. What is it going to cost?
$30 a year, $40 a year. It's cheap.
And then it goes up to about how much? About 25 grand?
Yeah, every company is different, but yeah, that's about what most companies will offer. Some go lower, a couple go higher, but yeah, about 25 is average.
Okay, so let's now get on to her specific problem. Jessica, you were getting jerked around. And now why did we call Compass Insurance Group? They're our experts, and they speak insurance. So did you help, Jeremy?
Yeah, so I pretty much got involved, talked with Jessica. We've talked a lot, actually.
Yeah.
And I mean, every time she would email them all the bills, they would come back and basically say, well, it looks like we're missing something. And a lot of times Jessica did everything right. The problem in this case was they just kept playing that game. And I think once I jumped in and they kind of realized, hey, you know, this guy's not going to fall for it, things we thought at first were picking up, and then I ended up having to get a supervisor involved, and once we got to that supervisor, I think things went more quickly. But
you know what I like? Is it just a ploy these guys play? This is what I want. Yes, it is. I want to. You can talk about that, but I just want to make a note here, programming note. Now, Jeremy and Compass, they do not represent Jessica. They're doing this to be good. I mean, they're with us. They're our consumer advocates. She's not even one of their customers. You can imagine what they do for their customers. Okay, so Jeremy, is it a common ploy just to say, well, we need this and we need this?
Does it happen? Yes. In this case, because once I got to the supervisor, everything wrapped up. I don't know if it was in this case or not. I mean, it certainly does happen. I think the thing that, people to understand is, having someone who's going to advocate for you. Because in this case, Jessica might have had liability only on her policy. And in that case, she can't necessarily turn this over to the insurance company in general.
On hers, right. Okay,
right. And
so what was the result of you getting on their case?
They paid out. Have you received the money yet, Jessica?
The check was actually sent out last week, so I'm looking for the check this week. So, yes, I signed all the paperwork, and the check was sent out.
That's
good. Well, and the irony in this one, too, was the dollar amounts, were well lower than the average you would see in an accident. And that was what was so frustrating in this case, is that I don't think, the liability was clear-cut. They weren't getting out of it at the end of the day. And so it makes me lead to believe that this was more just, a bad rep that she got, or who knows what the case was. But having someone jump in and advocate, understanding timelines, understanding what legally they're obligated to do, the insured's not going to know that.
So,
for us to advocate helps in that regard.
That was the other party's insurance. So, Jessica, who's your insurance?
Safeco.
Okay, not a bad company.
They're owned by Liberty.
Not a bad company.
Yeah, but I'll definitely be giving Jeremy a call.
Oh man,
over.
Compass Insurance Group. They're brokers. They sell like 40 different, about 25 different companies, and they really advocate for you. Okay, 303-996-9000 is their number. Let's do some more talking about your problems, questions, and complaints. One thing I want to mention, Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. What is it? Well, it is a place to go to get straight teeth. Instead of veneers and cosmetic dentistry, what it does is it actually corrects your palate. It widens your palate over a short period of time with these palate expanders and aligns your jaw, and then for the finishing touches, Invisalign braces. But here's the message I want you to take away. It corrects sleep apneas. It corrects TMJ. It helps you all around because it fixes the root cause of crooked teeth. It even helps your breathing. Dr. Kent Lawson pioneered this for adults in a 2-year program. It's a 2-year system, and it's way cheaper than veneers or other cosmetic dentistry. Only a few $1,000 and you're done compared to the $20,000, $30,000, and $40,000 for cosmetic dentistry. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, the right way and the inexpensive way. 303-690.
What is it about? Just that $39 deal.
We want to do a special today.
What do you want to do?
Get the full system, ACN, furnished. That way they don't have to have 2 visits. Get it all done. And now's really the only time of year where we can do that. $79. Because in the winter we can't do nothing with the AC. Yeah, the people that didn't get that done this summer, spring, but also get ready for winter. Get it out of the way.
That email I sent you, maybe do that for this guy.
Okay.
But look at the email first.
The guy on Facebook is asking the name of the audio brain realignment. Is that like they're no longer on referral list?
No, but there's several of them, like brain balance, that kind of thing.
What
Are they even in business anymore?
Oh, NeuroSync.
Is NeuroSync in business anymore?
We don't have a problem saying until.
Well, there are several of them. Why would
tell them to shop when it was NeuroSync? We don't. Whoever is asking that, we don't even know if they're in business, and we did have some issues with them.
Yeah, not with the treatment though.
No, but with scheduling and promises, it didn't happen. But yes, not with the treatment.
Most of your money, your retirement, heard every Saturday right here on 630 KHOW. We can help you create a retirement income strategy that you won't outlive. A strategy to show you what you can spend with confidence, maintain your lifestyle, and follow your retirement dreams. You worked hard and saved for your retirement. Now it's time to make sure you have income
Oh, yeah,
to
they
last
are,
your
so.
lifetime. Call today.
They're what? Still
Oh,
business?
fuck. You know what? I am so pissed at people.
Why?
Just guess what
They're not.
What do you think's on their website?
Well, you know what?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking just sue everybody.
No, I don't like people using our intellectual
This
property.
is absolutely doesn't matter. It's right on the top. It's just absolute bullshit.
Yeah, Mr. Dan, just give everything away. Oh, I thought you were saying there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I said if they don't have the code on the bottom.
The what on the bottom?
They don't have your logo on bottom. They just got a thing right here at the top here.
Oh, what is it? You mean just words?
No. It looks like a little video.
Okay. Here's what we do. We should have somebody. You know what? How does like Getty Images? How the hell do they get all that? What? There must be software. I wonder if Sean could figure out how we can go out and crawl the web and find it and use this.
You're out Friday the 31st, right?
Am I?
So
I don't know.
I think so. So that auto loan lady, Nancy and Nikki, we're going back and forth
Well, I
with.
want to be on the show.
Right. She's got this Friday and
Okay.
Friday the 30th. You want me to do this Friday?
Sure.
Okay.
Who do we have in?
Mark Machowski and Kevin Culkin, so
Two
we'll be
people.
mapped.
No, that's fine. We have two people. We'll have her sit here.
Mommy?
There's two people. You know, I mean, I don't. If we had an auto day with 3 or 4 sometimes, no, I don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is a good referralist match if it works.
Can we get her on?
I mean, it could be like the ideal of auto finance.
Sweet.
Mark, I did not realize what a big business it is.
Offering the asset manager all-in-one for over 11 years. We are experienced in helping homeowners pay thousands less in interest on their mortgage, own their home faster, all without spending one dime more. 720-895-0500. Take AIM, where we have
I saw a cool movie last night.
to build their equity.
True story out of Colorado Springs about the Black Klansman.
Out of Colorado Springs?
It's a true story. Happened in 1978.
Oh, you saw Spike Lee's movie. Yeah, I heard it was really good. Is it crazy like Django? Is it over the top?
Oh yeah, his movies are always over the
Okay.
top. But it's true, based on true events.
Django Unchained.
But the way Spike Lee does movies is almost like an animated.
Actually, Django was not a Spike Lee.
Well, I don't know what Django is, but I'm saying you asked
Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
You
Oh my
asked
God,
if
it
it's
was
over the top.
Yeah.
Well, Spike Lee is not a Tarantino kind of guy, but his movies have this certain quality.
Give me one that was popular.
She's got to have it. I mean, Spike Lee doesn't have like blockbusters. Like, I don't think he does. I mean, he might, but he's pretty good.
Flexident is the preferred way to get your car fixed. Flexident of Colorado, they're giving $500 discounts in certain situations. Obviously, it's got to be a job worth the $500. You got to call for details, but it is a $500 radio coupon, good for Troubleshooter listeners. So flex your muscle when you call and say, listen, I heard about this $500 off, and it's cheaper, better, faster than any other repair method because it doesn't disturb the paint. That's providing you don't have paint damage to begin with. And it doesn't detract, this is the biggest thing, it doesn't take away from the value of the car. Flexident of Colorado.com, they have immediate openings and several locations, 303-619-6273, years of experience. Paintless dent repair for hail, dings, and it's the kind of thing you want to do even if insurance isn't paying, like a parking lot ding or something. 303-619-6273, Flexident of Colorado.com. All right, Fix It 24/7's in the house with us, and they're going to have a special coming up on checking your furnace and air conditioner, both together, cleaning, tuning, adjusting. We'll talk about that. Meanwhile, if you have any questions for them, give us a call, and I will read a few emails. Okay, Cynthia, what's happening?
First, I want to thank you for taking my call.
Yes, Cynthia. What's going on?
I'm heartsick. There's
Why?
a big problem. It's an officer who has a canine in El Cajon, California. He decided to take a transfer or promotion. I'm not quite sure on the exact part of that. And he had a dog named Jester, Jester, that he kind of did something different. He took his police canine and he honed him on a professional level, but he also took very good care of him. And he would take pictures here and there in the beginning and throw them on Instagram.
Well, may I ask, when they're assigned a police dog, do they take them home?
24/7, the dog was with him.
All right.
He was responsible for all care, training, drills, everything.
Gotcha.
And these photos on Instagram reflected that. Well, Jester went viral with 200,000 followers.
Okay.
Next time I looked, just to see what Jester was doing, because he's quite the comedian, it said that Officer Walker was leaving the El Cajon Police Department and had offered to purchase Jester, and they refused. And Jester...
This sounds like This sounds like a movie.
I still don't even get it.
No. Well, Jester, what's this officer's name, his first name?
His name is Jordan.
Jordan. So Officer Jordan basically has a dog name, or had a dog named Jester with him 24/7, police dog. And then did Officer Jordan take another job?
He did, in the state of California.
And he couldn't take his dog?
He asked to purchase the dog. Now, this dog is 5 years old.
Is that old for a police dog?
Well, at best, some of them run these dogs till they're 8 years old, but 7 is considered a canine senior citizen.
Okay.
So he's not going to.
So anyway, what happened? He got separated from the dog.
He offered to purchase the dog.
You said that. We heard that already.
Okay,
What's going on?
Well, right now, over 60,000 people have signed a petition.
What a cute account he has on Instagram. Yeah, it's cool.
And the police department is refusing to address the fact that people think that Jester needs to be with Officer Jordan, not only just for, it being right, but this is a psychological stressor on this dog. They have him kenneled. And at first,
so you're trying to get the bottom line. You're trying to get, you and other people are trying to get Jester back with this Officer Jordan.
That is it. However, there's also the fact that the police department of El Cajon, California, is not telling their citizens all the details. The dog is kenneled alone, and he's only being fed and visited by one person, the handler. The new handler they're going to put him with, but he could be in that kennel up to 6 months because this new handler is still in the police academy or still needs to be trained with the dog. So
I imagine
November before Jester
I understand.
has a human, and he's been ripped from everything he knows. And if people go look at the photos online,
I'm looking at them. They're cute.
Yeah, www.freejester, F-R-E-E.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Free Jester. Yeah.
That's him in the animal shelter.
Well, is he with the police department animal shelter or just an animal shelter?
I don't know the complete details. The fact
I doubt they're mistreating the dog, though. Come on.
Of course not.
They're worth thousands and thousands of dollars.
Well, that's the problem. People have offered to donate a new trained canine that is younger, plus give them money for a new canine, and the mayor and the police department aren't even addressing all of these people.
I hadn't heard about this before. Has it made national TV?
It's getting ready to.
Oh, this is a really heartwarming story.
And that's why I contacted you, because I know that you get things done, and you're not afraid to advocate for what's right.
No, I love this story. It doesn't make sense to me if he's willing to pay.
Well, you know what it is? Officer Walker took a different job of his own accord, and Jester's basically famous, and maybe it seems like that Jester's being used as a pawn, spiteful. It seems.
No, I don't think so. I don't know if I'm going to go that far.
There's no real reason if they could get the money for Jester plus a new dog. What would be the reasoning?
I wonder what the value of all of his followers on Instagram is. I mean, if you really think through, the dog is a dog, but he's got like 150, 200,000 followers. Is there value in that? Well, is that why the police station's saying, why would we do this?
Oh, I don't know if there's so much value.
Plus, Jester, that made the team. It's not going to be the same without the officer.
Well, you're really into this. Are you in Colorado?
I'm in Colorado.
And you heard about this. Here's what it says. Here's what it says. Don't let them be separated. Jester and Officer Walker have been together 24/7 for 3 years. They have brought joy and happiness to over 200,000 strangers, of course, on social media. And then not to mention the police work. Now, did he want to adopt Jordan Jester and use him in his new job, or did he just want to adopt him as a pet?
Well, I don't think the dog could be transferred into doing police work. He would be as his,
Well, is he still a police officer?
Yes, he is. He's going to a new police position.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
How does it generally work? That's what I'd like to know. If this was Castle Rock or Littleton or Lakewood, when a cop leaves and they have a K-9 unit, what happens?
They don't take the dog.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why this is so... I don't know why it's as big as it is.
Well, if an officer dies in the line of duty, the dog automatically goes to the family most times, and many police dogs are retired with their officers when the officer leaves. The K-9 does.
Yeah.
And it may not be a law now, but it's 2018 or a procedure or the policy, but it needs to be, because these dogs, I called a canine behavioralist that studies these dogs, and she told me it's not only a psychological stressor, being pulled away from his handler.
No, but I mean, it doesn't take an animal psychologist to know that.
Well,
we get it.
I mean,
Cynthia, we get it.
We got a guy. We got a guy on the referral list that trains these dogs.
We get it, Cynthia. It's terrible. It's a terrible story. I mean, I understand. These guys have a bond. Jester has a bond with the officer. The officer has a bond. The officer wanted to pay for it. There have been people who volunteered. This is what I don't understand. They volunteered to substitute that dog with a new police dog. Do you know that for sure, Cynthia?
I know it for sure.
Then we're going to call the police department.
Younger dog.
Well, if that's true, I don't understand. Then it does sound almost spiteful. Like, hey, if you're leaving us, the hell with you. You're not taking your dog. I mean, that's the part I want to check on, okay? So Suzanne, let's see if we can get a spokesperson from that police department. Cam Solar is a solar company we highly endorse because they do it right. With 3,000 systems in operation, they're moving strong. They do a 20 years parts and labor warranty on the components and a 20-year performance guarantee. And, of course, you want a company that sticks around because these guarantees are only as good as a company. And, of course, you're still getting a great system whether or not they're here in 18 or 19 years anyway. You buy this system, all mainstream components, you own the system, and you never take money out of your pocket. You have low-cost financing and tax credits from day one. But here's the deal. If you go to this website, they'll do a free analysis of your lot to tell you what the efficiency would be over a 20-year period. Some lots are better than others. Some you may not even want solar. And it's a free analysis. Why not? GoCamSolar.com. It's G-O, GoCamSolar.com. Then put a /troubleshooter and fill it out. No obligation. It's free. GoCamSolar.com /troubleshooter.
How about if you own racehorses and the same fucking jockey always runs your horse? I mean, does he get to take your horse?
Well, he's not looking to take it. He's looking to buy it. I mean,
I wonder what he's looking to buy it for.
He's willing to pay. Well, let's put it this way. According to this, they have the one who supplies those police dogs saying, we'll give you a brand new one.
Yeah, but is it already trained with the officers? I don't know. I just don't know how it works.
The new officer is going to take him is in police academy right now.
Yeah.
I don't
understand.
Who's going to get it.
What part don't you understand?
I don't understand why they won't just take a new dog. I mean, why not?
Geez, if I owned a really good dog and someone left and someone wanted to take my dog, I just find it a little different.
But I thought these dogs were pretty much trained to a single person.
I don't know. That's what I'd like to know from that guy that was on referral list for a while, our canine expert. What was the name of that business? He's not on anymore. He was in the spring. But he trained police dogs.
So in this one here,
or military.
I can't find AeroSync under Dave Logan either. So they must be putting up here.
What she said?
Both of them.
Oh, Logan too.
It looks like they got both you and Logan on there, and I couldn't find it in his.
To protect your spouse from possibly losing your home if you pass away.
They're just slowly dying. They didn't know how to market. They did really good for a while, then they pulled back and wondered why they're not getting any customers. They're not bad people. They're just not good business people whatsoever.
But now have access to your equity when you need it most. With a reverse mortgage from American Financing, you can feel confident about living your golden years with financial comfort and security. Their mortgage consultants are salary-based, so conversations are
I try to associate it with another industry besides police, but if a company owns a bunch of animals and an employee leaves, I don't. It's up to them. They might be simply pissed the officer quit.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
It doesn't sound like it, but you're right. I mean, it could be. It's a small department.
El Cajon, how big is that?
But that's my whole point. Who gives a shit? I mean, it's like.
They follow them on.
It does seem weird. What do you think about this complaint about that a certain person not being arrogant?
I found it bizarre.
I've been in his office 15 times. I've never seen him. He's the least arrogant of anybody I know.
I'd send it.
I think he's kind of more shy.
Yes.
That's how it's always come off to me.
That's exactly how I would put very subdued.
But if you look at who drafted that email, the way that last paragraph where they refer to him as that man or whatever it is.
No, and she said why though.
She's bizarre too. I know, but that's a little bizarre, man.
Yeah.
A little off kill.
If you want to print it out, I'll bring it to him tonight. Just give him an email.
I give everybody every bit of feedback they have. Everybody. Good feedback, bad feedback, anything that comes in, I get to them.
I want you to take it to him.
That one today with, I'm not going to say the company, but someone showing up that had the smell of liquor, that was horrible.
From who?
I forwarded that right to the owner. But we don't know if it's true or not. The guy said it was weird. He didn't appear intoxicated, but he smelled it.
You wanted to go to Cheetah.
Maybe he just pours liquor on himself. Doesn't actually drink it.
I remember I was at a place one time and she was complaining about this painter. I'll never forget this years and years ago. And I said, she goes, he's doing a lousy job and I think he's an alcoholic. And I swear, so he pulls, and we're waiting to have a meeting. He pulls up like this, right at that moment, like a comedy show. Hits the curb, boing. The truck stops. The door opens and he falls out.
No way! And you were there?
And he gets up. And he gets up and he. You know when they're drunk and they don't look at you.
And he's paintbrush in his hand.
And I said to myself,
"Holy shit!"
I thought I was being punked, and I said, if you get in that car, I'm calling the cops again. And the consumer looked at me and I went, sorry.
That's funny.
Like a comedy
It was
show.
like, because I'm saying, I don't think so. This guy's a really good guy. Bing.
That would be funny if he was
So it pulls up, boom, door open.
Damn, he just gave
Did she say, I told you so?
He just gave me an idea.
Bright Light Chiropractic. If you're trying chiropractic for the first time, chiropractic adjustments, you'll love Dr. Mike Hederscheit. He is gentle, targeted adjustments. And I'll tell you this, he really goes for the nerves causing the misalignments, which then causes more nerve impingement, and you get into that cycle. A lot of people call it a vicious circle. That's the stereotype. So here's the deal. Dr. Mike Hederscheit is for the family, a family chiropractor, and we absolutely love this guy. In fact, Dan's going there today, and what you will love is his approach, his holistic approach, but I love the price. Now, you missed out on the deal, I know. So it's back to $50, which is still a screaming deal. That's for your initial consultation with, if you want to be a patient, you have to have an evaluation, but that's x-rays, a thermal scan, consultation, an exam for $50. and adjustments start at just 30 to 50, depending on how you buy it and your package. Dr. Mike Hederscheit. Here's the website, brightenyourfamily.com. It's called Bright Light Chiropractic. brightenyourfamily.com. He's at University and County Line, and I am getting emails, so I know people are trying. Okay, so that's brightenyourfamily.com. I didn't want to take a new call toward the end of the show like this because I know that we would have to end it. So I am coming back to Cynthia about the dog to see if we can just publicize that a little. Then Richard wants to tell us about a new phone scam. We also have Fix It 24/7 with a very special. We're going to talk about an auto recovery tow company and more. Stick around. Brent Ivan.
So El Cajon's a little over 100,000 people, so it's not a real small.
What, El Cajon?
Yeah.
That's pretty small, though, isn't it? What is what?
100,000. In San Diego County, so it's down south there.
You know, Brent, what I love is that Ideal Home Loans is a mortgage company, but helping home buyers. And in this market, we need all the help we can get. And all they have to do is log on to idealhomeloans.com. And I'm telling you, it's amazing, this home scouting report. And you even have something to help new home buyers.
So what do you think about this dog? I think we should try to get him on the phone.
I'd like to get them on the phone, but it's good radio, but I don't understand if they own the dog. It's up to them whether or not to sell it.
Of course it is.
They might have so much time invested, and this dog is great at smelling the dope or whatever he does.
There's nothing they're doing wrong. Nothing at all. This bullshit about, being spiteful and all that, I don't buy that, Mark. But I still think it's worth exploring for sure. But I agree. I mean, what the hell can you do? In the bottom line, what do you do?
Struck was fired late Friday, his attorney says, despite a recommendation from the Office of Professional Responsibility that Struck only be demoted to 60 days. Struck's attorney says the firing amounts to political pressure to punish the longtime FBI agent for political speech. Struck, who was involved in both the Hillary Clinton email and Russia election.
Basically, so San Diego, I bet a lot of border stuff going on down there.
That's what I would think they probably have. So, well, like I said, a lot of drug crime down there. So. But you'd think if you could got a trained younger dog and some money for the police department, I just can't think they'd be spiteful about it. Because
there's got to be more.
I thought dogs do well with one owner.
Yeah.
And switching over would be tough anyway versus even from the very beginning. So yeah, there's two sides to every story, Brian.
Yeah.
Seen that.
Well, I mean, it can't be the first time a police officer is transferred to a different city.
Right, exactly.
There's got to be some sort of
the bottom line is, do most of the time, do they take the dog, or the dog goes to a new officer?
She said something about if the guy dies.
Well,
they give it to the family. I've never.
Well, so the family doesn't want it. Seriously.
Gotta take it.
Take that dog.
You think there'd be some sort of protocol? Okay, if we're transferring you to this city, there's got to be a trade or something with.
Absolutely. Now he must not be going to a canine unit for his new job. I don't know. There's more to it than and I'm sure the GoFundMe doesn't go into it any deeper.
Because there is no better time than right now to get behind the wheel of a new Ford and the Ford Summer Sales.
What's your slowest time? Is September like probably the slowest month?
Yeah, October, November.
Oh, really?
Yeah, end of September, October, November. Before it starts snowing and getting super cold, Right now is typically a little bit of a dip, only because school's starting. A lot of people are preoccupied with that, so we'll see. Not a lot of people are wanting to set aside time to have us come out, unless it's super hot. Right. They have to, out of necessity. And I see it's supposed to be 90s this week, so I'm
It is, because it was a little cooler there, but it's supposed to be.
It was. I was running this morning. It was. I could feel the chill in the air. It was different than it has been in the morning.
If your back-to-school shopping list is
Yeah, it says high of 80, 87.
From pencils to laptops,
Oh, the weather went down. I was earlier this week, or over the weekend, it was showing high 80s, low 90s all week, but that's changed.
One of the finest companies I know, Excel Roofing, the way they do business, the ownership and the management from the top down.
Or speaking in California, man, are they get
the name Excel
fires?
Yeah, there's one that's literally right by where George lives, right by where I used to live when I was out there.
Where do you live in?
South Orange County.
Okay.
Near Mission Viejo.
And then they will fight with your insurance company to get what you need.
Some lunatic.
So you were very close to the coast there, right?
Yeah, yeah. Some lunatic set that one on fire, the one that's called the Holy Fire. He's like a schizo or something.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
They found who it was, though?
Yeah. He's been sending text messages and posting things on Facebook.
Holy Fire?
It's the one right by George's house, where Southern California.
It's one of the big fires. They actually named it the Holy Fire for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's massive, and it's right between Riverside and Orange County in this Cleveland National Forest area. But some guys started it.
I hate to say it, but I always wondered why these freaking terrorists didn't do more of that shit.
You know, this Spike Lee movie has a recurring theme in it.
I want to see it. They said it's very anti-Trump.
It's a very recurring. I mean, it's so. I mean, they have the Ku Klux Klan leader saying, "We want to make America great again."
No way, really?
And there are so many saying, "You mean we'll actually?" We could. The black guy saying to the white cop, or they saying, "You know, we don't fight this now. No telling what'll happen." And then he says, "But we'll never have a racist in the White House." And then everyone laughs in the theater because, but where did this idea come that Trump is racist? I don't get it. I don't get it.
There's never been a...
So Ted was under the impression that Trump said the Ku Klux Klan weren't all that bad.
No, in that rally, but he did say
didn't
something
say that.
stupid. But he said something pretty stupid.
He said there was
good and bad on both sides, which
That's
is
right.
bullshit.
Right.
There's not good and bad on both sides.
Remember,
There wasn't good and bad on the fucking Nazi side. There was bad. I mean, what? I mean, he did make a mistake.
I thought he said there was just bad on both sides.
No, he made a mistake. He said, well, maybe he did. Okay, I remember. In fact, guess what? They quoted him in that movie. They showed his news conference. So it was just last night, and it said something about not everyone on that side was bad, or something like that. They weren't all Nazis. I don't know.
What'd they call it? The Nazi what? I'm trying to look up what Trump said.
Oh, just look at Charlottesville. Just look up Charlottesville, and you'll find it.
Rally. Anniversary.
In fact, they had another one yesterday, right?
At there.
I hope he kept his mouth shut.
And Washington.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your
Troubleshooter. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK. This hour brought to you by Flex. No, not Flex. I'm sorry. Buy and Build. Buy and Build. Oh, my gosh. Buy and Build, 48800 Washington Street. You want to talk about buying stuff under wholesale. Hey, I'm a consumer advocate. So what I do is I really do vet people before I talk about them and promote them. I really, really do. That's why you're free to call with a problem with any one of our people, because unlike Angie's List or unlike any other list you will ever find, we are actively solving problems every day, helping people, policing people, and continually monitoring people at referralist.com. We're also solving problems live on the radio. There is no place for us to run and hide. We face everything every day, and we help you, recovering millions of dollars. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the iHeartRadio app, and we are live all over the dang place. So just give us a call. 303-MARTINO works 24/7, all right? And it really does work. We love what we do. And Buy and Build is an amazing place. A big, giant, ugly warehouse, 4800 Washington Street. It's big, it's massive, not big on frills, but big on thrills when it comes to savings. You know, you can get faucet sets that normally sell for $400 for like $40, $50. It's amazing. Plus, light fixtures, plus he does granite, he does cabinets, he does floor coverings of all kinds, like laminate floors and engineered flooring. Look, it's a great place for the do-it-yourselfer or to send your handyman and or your contractor. 4800 Washington Street, buyandbuild.net. Let's go, all right? Brian is with us. Brian from Fix It 24/7. And what this is a place to do plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. And I often wonder, what is the biggest hassle in home services? Do you get the least amount of calls for electrical? I would say. Let me guess. Plumbing is one. I would say HVAC is second. I would say drains is third. Now, I just want to know how accurate. And then electrical would be last as far as numbers of calls.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate.
And I'll tell you why. No one puts up with a plumbing problem.
Nobody.
If something's leaking or a faucet doesn't work. But they will put up with a flickering light or an outlet that doesn't work. They'll just use an extension cord. Have you found that no one puts up with plumbing problems?
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of those things that you can't foresee, and it can cause havoc on your life at home, which is your comfortable, safe haven place, right?
As far as plumbing,
yeah,
it's immediate.
Yeah.
And a clogged drain, no one's going to put up with it. But why do people put off electrical problems? I'll tell you why. They're afraid of how much it'll cost to find it.
Absolutely.
It will. So for $39, do you guarantee? So you guarantee for $39 electrical stuff too, not just plumbing and heating. That's a $39 diagnostic fee.
Absolutely. It will come out for $39.
And find a problem no matter what.
Issue.
And if they don't want to fix it, that's all they pay.
That's all they pay.
And you're going to credit them more if they get it fixed.
Yeah, if they get it fixed, that $39 rolls right into the cost of the repair.
But there's also the new one says you credit them $77. So $39 for the diagnostic fee, and if they have the work done,
it's $77 off
credit.
The repair.
It's amazing. Yeah. So, and we were trying to figure out why you came up with the 77.
Yeah, why?
Why?
It's complicated. I hate to say it.
No, I just don't know why you. George came up with 77.70.
Don't you find it?
It's actually $77.77, and I think he had something to do with sevens. I don't know.
Yeah, why sevens?
Like the number 7.
Well, he reads the Bible a lot. He likes the number 7.
John Elway.
Could be that. Okay. If you guys have any questions about home stuff, give me a call. We're finding a lot of drain scams. People saying they need new drains when they don't. We're finding a lot of them. And I'm telling you, these guys come out to clean the sewer, and they say you need one, and then they refer one of their buddies, and God almighty, we're investigating one now you're not going to believe.
We actually have a process to protect clients from getting scammed.
Well, here's what I want to know. Would you give a free second opinion on drains?
Absolutely.
So if someone is told they need one, you would give a free second opinion?
Absolutely.
All right. Yep. And that's 720-526-3939. Let's go to the phones, okay? This is really something, Sarah. She has a problem with Wells Fargo. And the reason I say something is I always say that banks have something I call the God syndrome, that basically they don't want to be questioned about policy or anything, and what they say goes. But I'm not sure what your problem is, Sarah. What is it? Sarah? Okay, I'm going to make sure that I don't disconnect her in case she's there somewhere. Richard says he's got a new phone scam. Go ahead, Richard. What's happening?
I got a call from a place saying that the federal government was going to close down my Social Security and cancel my Social Security payment to me, and I've talked to a bunch of my friends.
Oh yeah, listen. First of all, Social Security never contacts you by phone. Yeah, so
that's right.
So this phone call said they're going to shut down Social Security. Did they give a reason?
They said some government investigation. They did give me a phone number to call back, and I did call the phone number.
And what happened?
And they answered the phone, Social Security Administration.
Then what?
and then you have to leave a message, and then another guy calls you back, and he comes on the phone with a strong Middle Eastern accent, of course.
Well, you know, I mean, not that we don't have immigrants working for the government with accents. We do, but anyway, what do they want from you? That's the number one question in a scam. Okay, the number one question is this is what I
want my Social Security. I mean, what he did is he introduced himself as a lieutenant, whatever.
They want your number.
They want you to give your Social Security number, and what he did was he said the first call we left you a code number, and we had that code, and to verify it, you need to give me the code number. And I said, well, they didn't give a code number, and he said, well, then I need your Social Security number. I have the code. You need to give me your Social Security number. I basically told him to take a flying leap. But that's what they want. They want your Social Security number, and I kind of messed around with him for about 5 minutes or so.
What can people do with it?
He hung up on me.
What can people do with your Social Security number?
Well, apparently they can open accounts and drain your bank accounts,
they can do false identities, yes, but people think Social Security numbers are secret, but I think you can find them. Have you ever? I think you can find them. Mark, what do you think? Are Social Security numbers still as important as they used to be?
You mean, yeah, for identity theft, they're very important. You want to open a credit card up in someone's name, you got to have the social.
And the birthday.
Yeah.
You need that, too.
You think so?
Do you want the phone number that they had me call?
Yeah, we do. We wanted you to give it to Suzanne off the air. And no, actually, give it to us. I want people to inundate them. Yeah. So you leave a message and they call you back, right? If anyone wants to have fun with this, let's do it. What's the phone number?
It's area code 713-900-6439.
6439. Okay. All right. Thank you. People, I hope you know better than to answer anything to the government on phones. The government does not contact you by phone. It's that easy. They just don't do it. Are you there, Sarah? Suzanne, did you check with Sarah? I asked you to check for.
I was on the phone with that police department, Tom.
Could you check with Sarah and see if she's there or not? Sean, what's going on with you? Sean, what's happening? I'm starting to get a complex now with people on the phone.
Hey, we got a response from...
Yeah, and by the way, sorry, Mark, I emailed you the press release about the K9 dog. Look, Tom, this dog, I mean, they're even when they're not working, they're crated. They are not handled by him.
I understand that.
And
this dog is not being mistreated.
The department did not want to bring him to go work, wanted to bring him home as a family dog.
But he wanted to buy him.
But no, I sent you the press release. It's great.
This dog's fine. They say it's very normal to reassign him to a new officer, even if the other officer just got promoted to where he's not on the beat anymore.
Okay. Again, is Sean, are you there, sir? All right. So we're getting a lot of people that are on the phone that don't hang, so we're just going to have to come up with a system for that. 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Give us a call and you'll get right through, okay? And we have more coming up. I just want to tell you that you will basically be expected to hold just a little. I'm not going to make you hold a lot, but you got to hold a little. SimplyFloorsInc.com. It's a very simple proposition. You save money. That's it. I can't tell you they have unique floor coverings. They have the same as everyone, which is great. All the waterproof carpeting, the new the woven carpets. They have engineered flooring and laminate floors. They have tile. They have whatever you need. Luxury vinyl tile. Wow, is that beautiful. Here's the deal. They have it all, but you will simply save money. That's it. Up to 40% over the big boxes. You will. And you'll get better service. You get designer services. They have a showroom at 52nd and Ward, southwest corner. You don't have to drop by there. You can. But really, you can go online and make your own appointment for whenever there's an opening. And they'll come and take the samples. SimplyFloorsInc.com.
Big delays north of
town along southbound I-25.
Did they mention anything about him offering to buy it?
No, but who cares?
No,
It's a
I
police
know.
dog they've trained.
Right.
The guy left. You give it to a new guy. It's just so stupid.
I wonder why they...
I told you, it's like a jockey saying, hey, I want that $8 million racehorse. You fired me. It's crazy. Plus, the dog loves fighting crime. That's what he's trained to do. Now the guy wants to take him home and throw him in his backyard during the day. If they're really thinking about the dog, it doesn't make sense. Let's talk logically.
The answer is shopping at Office Depot Office Max. From pencils to laptops.
You see what Trump's quote was?
I started looking at it.
So here's what he said. I think there's blame on both sides.
But what was he talking about the violence from that day? Or was he talking about more of in general?
I think the violence of that day.
If he was talking about the violence of that day, I mean, what do you say? I don't remember what happened. I thought it was pretty bad. People got beat up, people did this, people did that. And I think he was talking just about the violence.
Right.
And I think he was talking about, if I recall, the police didn't do anything that day.
Right. Antifa was the people, a lot of the people on the...
Maybe he was talking about Antifa. I don't know.
But like
I can tell you this, the woman that recorded him, that just came out today, she won, I think, The Apprentice. He gave her a job. He brought her to the White House. I mean, how racist can that be? And that's where the other side always goes. That's where the far lefties always goes. It doesn't matter what it's got to do.
But I say...
I don't like illegals coming here, you fucking racist. I mean, it's all racist. It doesn't matter what it is.
But like I say, and seriously, Ted said that. What he said at that was, hey, there's some good Ku Klux Klan or something like that. That's what Ted...
Oh, that's what Ted really thought?
Right.
Well, that's because they hear all these pundits on MSNBC and CNN saying exactly that.
So I go,
well, this is what he meant, even though that's not what he said.
And I go to Ted, okay, let's lunch, bet lunch. Come on, right now, let's bet lunch. I'll bet you
He
never ever...
He never paid his damn Del Frisco's meal.
He goes like this, I'm not going to bet, you got a trick up your sleeve. I said,
it's another shoe joke.
I said, Ted, you're one of the more educated person on the left, and look, you don't even understand what you're saying.
It's just attack. That's basically how the left does it. Attack.
And take it out of context, no doubt.
Well, I'll tell you where everybody's going to feel it. And let's say they do take over Congress. The stock market's going to fucking crash. All these teachers that teach this lefty bullshit, when their 401k and all their plans drop down 30-40%, then they'll feel how it's supposed to work. I'll pull out. I'll liquidate before the election. I will literally liquidate. I'll go to, and then when everybody feels it, and the teachers and everybody are else in foreclosure, I'll take my liquidation money and I'll go buy their fucking houses from a foreclosure auction. I'm not kidding. It's bullshit. They're going to get exactly what they're asking for if it goes the way they want it. Look at Pelosi. Let's turn back let's turn back the tax cuts. Oh, that would do. What would that possibly do? Crash the fucking market. Let's crash the market. Therefore, Trump will look like a fool. Oh, okay.
Did you like living in California?
I did.
I couldn't do it.
Orange County is like the only conservative county in the whole state.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
You
got Kern County over. Maybe.
I mean, at least
with real people.
I'm going to take all my TV receivers, my Comcast, I'm going to bring them back to the store, and I'm just going to get the little thing, and I'm just going to stream. There is
Hulu.
I verified there's an app for everything. Why do I pay
Hulu?
$160
You don't
for
even
cable?
listen to what I'm saying. You don't know this. Hulu has our locals now. It's $39. You get about 40 or 50 stations.
$39 a year, right?
No, $39 a month, but it's all the locals too. That's why it costs a little more than the average stuff. But you get a lot of the other, you get like 40 or 50 channels live for $39 a month through Hulu now. Plus you get Hulu.
I'm just going to do broadband.
I love Hulu because that's where I watch Seinfeld.
Now I'm all upon you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with
Hi, Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Century RV for your RV, whether new or used. Do you know as we get into winter, that's actually the most popular RV season, and you can have indoor comfort shopping, whether it's hot or cold, right out on 6th Avenue, just north of 6th Avenue, between Kipling and Sims, next to Woodley's, Century RV. Now, Century RV has a Cougar blowout. They're the biggest Cougar dealer in the country, and you will never save more than at Century RV. And then they have a service department in their north location on the turnoff to Longmont, the Highway 119 and I-25. They have a great facility there, plus service, and new and used at both locations. 303-453-1111, CentryRV.com. Okay, what, Mark?
I'm dying on this canine thing. I don't understand after reading this why these cuckoos want this dog to go with this guy. They want this dog to retire.
Well, they're not cuckoos.
Well, okay, fine. In my opinion, they're cuckoos. They want this dog, seriously, to sit in the backyard from now on instead of working with an officer fighting crime.
You know what she told me on the phone? If that dog went and sat in a backyard after all it's done, he would go nuts.
I'd go nuts, too.
It says here that the police dog Jester, a 2-year-old Belgian Malinois. Now, here's what they say. That was with a grant, and it says Officer Walker was assigned. They're giving the backstory. Okay, this is the response to all the social media campaign to get him to this officer. After working together for 2.5 years, Officer Walker voluntarily resigned. Okay, he wasn't fired, to go to another police agency. And Canine Jester is still in excellent health and loves doing police work. He has been assigned to a new partner, Officer Randall Gray. It is not uncommon for strong, healthy police dogs to be reassigned to a new handler if their current one leaves. There's nothing wrong with this. The division of transfer or separation of department, that's when it happens. They just get reassigned. This is a young, healthy dog that loves doing what it's doing. Officer Gray was selected after completing intense testing to evaluate the ability of the officer and the canine handler. Officer Gray is a veteran, a police officer, and he has meritorious awards. The canine team of Officer Gray and Jester have already started bonding together. They will go to the academy later this year. Jester can again resume his passion of fighting crime. And basically what they're saying is this dog is not being mistreated or sits in a kennel. You know, I love animals. I swear to God I do. I go crazy for animals, for horses, for all kinds of living creatures. But there are some animal nuts that just go overboard, and they lie and they make up stories.
Yeah, they're cuckoos.
They try to get our sympathy, okay? She said the dog is sitting around, or no, in a kennel, not being allowed out and not doing anything, and that they're doing it out of spite. She's making this terrible story, and these guys attached photos. The dog is happy, healthy, and doing police work. In fact, I wonder if this police officer himself, the one who left the dog behind, I wonder what he thinks. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to give life to this. She wanted to say something, right, Suzanne? She wanted her last say. What did she say?
She was upset when I let her go.
Well, okay, because what? We don't agree with her? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I
would guess she doesn't like any animal in a role like that. It's not just this dog.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, what? You know why? Because she was on the Instagram account, and she enjoyed it when he was doing police work with this officer.
Okay.
I think she really believes that this dog is sad, separation anxiety, is pining away in a kennel, not working.
And just so you know, Tom, the lady at the PD said this dog is in a state-of-the-art shelter and waiting to be moved to his new kennel at his handler's house.
Yeah. By the way, I don't think the caller, by the way, was trying to mislead us. I think she really believes this stuff. I mean, I think she has a passion, and I'm not saying she was lying. I'm saying that it turns out to be lies.
I don't think she was lying either. I think she likes Cocoa Puffs.
Okay, Todd, what's going on with you, sir? Hello, Todd.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good, Todd. Are you a contractor?
I am a contractor.
What do you do?
We're a small family-owned and operated remodel company. We do kitchen and bath.
Oh, cool. There's a lot of work out there, right?
There is an awful lot of work out here, Tom, yes.
What's going on with you? How can we help you?
So I have a customer that we did a kitchen a while back on. We had some issues on some, cabinets not coming in, came in late, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't know how much detail you want. But
well, I'll ask you questions if I need it. So you had some issues, and but was the job completed?
Yeah, the job was completed. We had some delays because we had to wait for some cabinets to come in, the proper ones, and things like that. There was a countertop put in.
Yeah.
It wasn't, there was a portion of it that wasn't exactly how the customer wanted it, but he said, hey, compensate me something and we'll accept it.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
So I submitted the final bill, and it took him about 4 or 5 weeks before he finally responded back to it. He sent me a check for about a third of what he owed me, not even that
Now,
much.
wait a minute. What was his excuse?
So he gave me a list of items. One item was that he had given me an initial check for a deposit for $250, and I had only deducted $200.
But okay, that's minor. But Todd, let me get right to it. Is this guy refusing to pay you?
So basically, bottom line, Tom, I sent him a letter back responding to his, saying, here are the facts that contradict yours.
Todd, we know the tit for tat part. The tit for tat part, but what I'm asking you is, do you think this guy is trying to get away with paying you less than the full amount?
Yes.
And you don't, you think he's just coming up with excuses, right?
I do.
Okay, you hold on, because there is a process, and I know that's what you want to talk about, and we can help you with that. See, I fight for consumers, but Todd's a consumer. Yeah, he buys things and sells things, and he is maybe getting screwed. We'll talk about that, all right? Ben, what's happening with you? Todd, we're going to come right back to you after the break. Ben, what's going on with you?
Hey, my friend, I have to tell you, Thomas.
Yes.
I had some sinking concrete on my patio.
Yeah.
I called Cracker Jack.
Mudjacking, yeah, Cracker Jack.
Cracker Jack. Dan Johnson came out. What a super guy.
They are all good people, man.
He called me and said, look, I know we have a 10:30 appointment. I'm 20 minutes late. Now, who does that?
Well, good people do it.
And here's the beauty. I figured I was going to have to spend a few $1,000s on getting the concrete redone.
Yeah.
He looked at it, and he said, no. I said, really? If this was your concrete, he said, it's all sloping away from the house.
Yeah.
There's no drainage. There's no problems. He said, if it was mine, I'd leave it alone. Now, how dang honest is that?
Oh, so he didn't even recommend mudjacking?
No, he said, if this was my patio, I would leave it like it is.
That is so cool. Now that's good, Ben. Thank you. Really. But you know what? Had you done any work, they would have guaranteed satisfaction, and then they have a 2-year warranty in case it moves again. It's a permanent repair. And when people say mud jacking, they think, what are they doing, just pumping in mud? Well, it is a mud mixed with a concrete. The whole idea is it mimics like bedrock soil or solid soil that doesn't move. It's a permanent repair. Now, if the ground moves again, that's different, but this will never move. And it's solid, and they're good people. Thank you for telling us about it. And their number is 303-410-7787. You can always search Cracker or Cracker Jack on my referral list, or look for them at crackerjackmudjacking.com, 303-410-7787.
So, what's the deal? You guys are doing again the comment.
Oh, $79 for both AC and furnace.
Are we on audio? Can you put the audio back?
I sent you the details.
Can you put the audio
behind that,
down
just so you know?
Great prices, and you know how confident he is? If you take some photos and give him some measurements, he can give you prices over the phone. The only thing that'll change is whatever material you use, custom edges, sinks, cabinets. Give him a call sometime. Just do it from home. You don't even have to go there. Eventually, you will go to the Golden Showroom where you can pick out specifics. You buy the granite wholesale. He never marks up the granite. He only charges for the fabrication and installation. And then you buy the cabinets for tremendous savings direct from the manufacturer. Get this whole thing done in 1 to 4 weeks, depending on how complex, and he will give you 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Now, I'm not saying you have to do that at all. I'm just, that I don't care. I know what you guys do, and I know it's a value. I just want to let you know.
Okay.
303-386-5919, artofgranite.net, 303-386-5919. Also on my...
So you're going to reach out. Can I tell this guy, Mike, that you'll do both of them at no cost and get whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Or are you guys going to reach out and offer him that?
Yeah, we'll reach out.
Perfect. I'm going to tell them right now. They'll be calling you. He's a good guy too. He uses the referral list all the time.
Does he?
Yeah. He's a real good. Who is that one? Just this one guy that emails me on there.
Sounds like, I mean, she pulled all the call recordings. It sounds like some sort of a miscommunication as far as expectations. So yeah, well.
Is your credit score preventing you from buying a home? Maybe it's stopping you from refinancing to a better rate. Hey guys, it's Ross Kaminsky, and I'm here to tell you there is more to mortgage approval.
What was that lady's name with? What was that lady's name with the dog? Was it Sarah?
Caller?
Yeah.
Down payment assistance and in-house
You sure?
meaning
Who
you
is this?
expect greater flexibility during the mortgage process. Now they look at a variety of factors.
What are you looking
Oh, we know that.
The dog?
Tom knows all about that.
Yeah, but I guess saying that, I mean, not in comparison, but
Who is Sarah Fuller?
Oh, for sure.
What's the issue?
I don't know.
Financial goals. Affordable home ownership is within
Okay, here's some stuff.
10-minute call to the salary-based mortgage consultants at American Financing. 303-695-7000 or online at americanfinancing.net.
Sarah Fuller, hi. I bank at Wells Fargo. $56 deposited in my account, so they froze it, and I want to close my account. I don't care if they want to close it, but they sent me and I want to take it to return. I told them permission and take it out. They're still threatening to take my money.
Who are we talking about?
This lady that called about Wells Fargo on or around the 11th, so it must have been Thursday or Friday. Do you remember at Wells Fargo, $56 in the account? Well, what they're doing is illegal because that's my account and they don't have my permission to take it, period, end of conversation. I'm still telling them no, but I need to eat, my service dog needs to eat. I have bills, a Jeep. Do you remember anything about this? Then she said, that's the original email. Then she just left this one. Yes, you called me this morning wanting to help me, leaving me on hold for over an hour.
Who is this?
I find it very rude. I hung up.
Okay.
And that's
Okay, that was the Sarah.
I don't understand. Was this late? Did you have a Sarah on hold today?
Must have.
Well, we must have.
Okay. Yes, you called me this morning wanting to help me.
Hey, Suzanne, if there was a way that you could let us know people that you call for a response on an email or something.
I never called.
And in the parentheses, you know why? Because that one woman we called and I didn't get to her, she was really pissed. She said, why'd you bother calling me? So
I'm sending her the email back.
Those up front.
I'm sending you, she just emailed saying I was on hold for an hour or whatever. Maybe try to get her back up and we'll go right to her.
At khwindows.com. That's khwindows.com.
I can understand.
Also on my referral list at referrals.com. Again, 303-421-7100.
I never called him this morning.
I found it to be very rude and not helpful and hung up. I think she's, are we back up?
If you have tinnitus, I can't explain it. Oh, it's terrible to hear a humming or a ringing in the ear. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, they've dedicated themselves to researching this condition and treating it. There are some forms of tinnitus that can be cured with Desincra. You can ask about that. And others that can be treated with hearing aids that help you ignore the sound after a while. It really works. It's great stuff. Desincra or other treatments like a Widex hearing aid. If you call them, you can tell them you heard about it here in their new facility at Hamden and Clarkson on the second floor of that urgent care building. They're a good bunch of people. You will never be disappointed. With a hearing loss, they will help. With tinnitus, with a combination of both or one or the other. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, accept no substitutions. These people are dedicated to these areas. Hearing loss and especially tinnitus. 303-534-0163. 534-0163. Helpforringing.com. Okay. Let's keep going here. Todd has, he says he did work and the guy's looking for excuses. What was the total cost of the job, Todd?
The total cost of the job was about $35,000 and some odd change.
Now, we often find homeowners using, what they do is, if there were any issues with a job, even if they were corrected or eventually things were delayed but they came in, we find homeowners finding to take advantage of that for a discount. Now, if it's an egregious problem and homeowners went through hell, it wouldn't be a bad idea for a courtesy discount here or there. Now, in your case, how much did he actually say how much he is unwilling to pay?
So out of about $1,800 and some odd change remaining, he was willing to pay $452.
Oh, so there's only $1,800 remaining. And he wants to only pay $400. Did he say how he came up with the $1,400 you owe him?
Yes.
How? What?
So he made a list of about 6 or 7 items. One was a check. He said we gave you an initial check.
Right. That's a $50 difference.
Right.
But what else?
He said that the we had excluded permits because it was basically cosmetic remodels, some cabinets, some paint, things like that. He did the painting. I had with the proposal and everything, given him a spreadsheet showing how much the labor.
All right, then Todd, do this. How much of that remaining $1,400? How much are you willing to subtract from that based on the items he brought up? You said like a $50 for sure for that initial check he gave you. What about the labor on the painting? I don't want to hear each item, but if you added it all up, how much are you further willing to discount that $1,400?
Well, actually, it's the other way. He discounted it from $1,800 down to $400.
Oh, I see. Well, what part do you not agree with?
I had already given him some discounts for some of the delays, and some of those delays were mutual delays. They wanted to do something different.
Do you feel of the $1,400 that he got, or to the $400 he got down to, that's what I'm trying to ask. How much of that is legit and how much is not? Do you feel he owes you the full $1,800, or do you feel he owes you, what do you feel he owes you?
So it was initially $2,100. Sorry, I may have misled you. It was initially $2,100. He gave me the thing for $400 and some. I agreed to about $300 worth of discounts.
So how much do you think? No one wants to do math on the radio. How much do you say that he owes you right now? The full 18?
The full $1,800, correct?
Okay. So if you guys cannot come to an agreement and you feel he owes you $1,800 and you have invoices to show it, then it's a very simple process. Lien the house. You put a lien on it. However, I would just want to tell you something. Liens keep him from getting a loan unless he bonds around it or pays you, and it keeps him from selling it unless he bonds around you or pays you, and it clouds the title. But unless you are prepared to foreclose, the lien is going to drop off. It only stays on there, I believe, 6 months without you doing anything to it. Now, even though it drops off, it stays of public record, so many times lenders still won't loan on it, and they still won't act on it. So if you want to put a lien on it, it is a pain in the ass, and people don't like liens. But then remember this, he will never use you again, ever, and no matter how good you did on a job, if it ends with a lien, it'll be reflected in everyone he knows. Has he put up bad reviews on you?
No.
Okay.
That's what I'm aware of, but no.
Okay. Now, it's like I said, you have a perfect right to go after the money you're owed. A lien is just one way. You can also do small claims court, or you can also do regular court. The first thing is a lien. You give them an intent to lien, then you lien the house, and then you then proceed with a foreclosure if you're truly serious on collecting. And that is literally a foreclosure. And if there's no equity in the home, it'll do you no good, except just piss them off and sometimes get you paid. So, what specific question did you have?
So basically, that's kind of where I thought I'd be headed with this, was a lien or small claims.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I've never had to do this process before. I've always had...
And normally it's best to get an attorney to do it. And the reason I say that, or at least an attorney to prepare it, and then you go file it. And the reason I say that is to make sure it's done correctly. And attorneys can add their cost to it. You still have to pay your attorney, but it's part of that lien then.
Okay. Okay. So if I did a small claims and I did an attorney, I'm assuming I could include my attorney fees with that?
Well, you don't automatically include attorney's fees on anything except a lien or where the statute allows for attorney's fees. There are certain laws that allow for that. But when it comes to what you're doing, a lien, yes, you automatically include the attorney's fees to file a lien. If you go to small claims court, attorneys aren't allowed.
Gotcha.
So you wouldn't have an attorney fee. So it's really you can do both though. You can intend to lien and then file a lien, and anytime during that process you can also go to small claims court, and I recommend you do it. And, you know, listen, people have all kinds of excuses why they don't want to pay, but unless he can show it in math, and I hope you can show that you're owed the money, then it's going to work. It's going to work. 303-713-TALK. There is nothing worse than trying to collect money. There's nothing worse. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Now, Fix It 24/7 is doing a special. So, you know when I said they clean and check and they damn near disassemble everything? You guys are going to do it for $59.95 for both. It's $39 normally for the air conditioner or the furnace. So that'd be $39 plus $39. And believe me, that alone, as we talked about, is worth well over $200. But they're going to do both of them for $59.95, which is great. So you're going to disassemble to the point you can, and you're going to get into the coils, the condensers, the blower motors, everything, clean everything.
Absolutely.
Tune,
and Tom,
adjust.
It's normally $139 to a typical client would call in wanting a tune-up for just the AC or just the furnace.
I know, for $139.
So the $39 is the special that we'll do every once in a while with you. Today, $59.95.
For both?
For both, yeah.
Okay.
And we actually pull the blower out of the furnace, do a complete cleaning to where you can darn near eat off of it.
No, I know. It is well worth it. So I just want to make sure, though, that people know we're going to limit it, aren't we?
Yep.
20?
First 20 callers.
Okay. That's 7.
Last time there was way too
many. Oh, no, I know,
yeah.
I know. So don't get offended if you don't get in. But it's both systems. And right now, that's a really good idea because you still have a lot of hot weather left, but the cool weather is coming whether we like it or not. So it's 720-526-3939.
And Tom, just one thing. Most people wait till there's a problem.
No,
right?
I know.
And when it gets cold.
In fact, now's the best time to check.
Now's the best time. It's on your terms, right?
I know.
You can set it with your schedule.
If you said, hey, you need a new furnace, people have time to take a breath.
Absolutely.
In fact, once again, if you're told you need a furnace, it's a free second opinion as well. So please keep that in mind. Okay, now, Clyde, you have a problem with carpet mill outlet?
Yes, sir, I sure do.
What's the problem with them?
Well, I bought this carpet in March, and they put it in, and then where the carpet wouldn't go all the way across the front room, so they connected another carpet to it.
Well, that's not uncommon for a seam.
Yeah, except for the seam rides up above everything else.
Well, yeah, you don't want that. Now, sometimes, listen, seams often show, but they shouldn't be obvious. Have you had other people look at it, other professionals?
Nope, just their professionals. I bought it from them. I expect them to do it.
I know, but what I'm saying is to get a second opinion as to how bad it is.
I can see how bad it is, Tom. It's
no, I know.
Right up in my face.
Can you send us a photo? And anyway, let's get down to the bottom line. Did they even come out to look at it?
Yes, they've been out. They've been out and looked at it. They even sent a guy out, and he tore it up and redone it again.
So they're not ignoring you. I mean, they are trying to help you.
Not now. There aren't. It's it's been 2 months since they done that, and they won't even talk.
When was this carpet installed?
About 2 weeks after I ordered it. And
yeah, well, when is that?
I ordered in March.
Okay, just basically in March it was installed.
Yes.
Okay, and then they came a few weeks ago. So they tried to fix it once, and did he make the seam any better?
Nope. Same thing. The guy told me that come out to do it, and he redone it. He said, this is never going to be refixed with this piece of carpet that you got here right now.
It's never going to be better?
That's right. That's what he told me. That's what the man told me, that they sent out to do it.
I wonder why. I wonder why. Did he say why?
He said because it's been pulled up and put down, and it didn't do no good, so you can pull it up and put it down as many times as you want. It's never going to be...
So in other words, it's the best it gets. So,
yes.
Well, we need to get somebody to look at it. I first send some photos. That's the first step, okay? Let's do this logically. Send some photos. Rocky's Auto, 63rd and Federal. Listen, if you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or van, Rocky's. Why? Because of a giant selection in both product and in loans. They have 40 lenders to choose from. And what I really love is how they do business. It's just a very simple process. All the prices are clearly marked. They give better values for trades. Every car comes with a Carfax, and they own each and every car. That, believe me, not all dealers do. They own them, and so they have titles on premises. Everything's done 100% before you leave. They never give you a call back saying they made a mistake, you got to bring the car back, you got to pay more money. They don't play car dealer games. Rocky's, 63rd and Federal.
This one, I want to say something about it before noon, before they're off. Her name is Stephanie Sierra.
Is she going to mention the show?
She is mentioning the show. It's a cross promotion. She also would like the podcast clip or of the sound.
Well, what we can do is we can send them video of the show, so B-roll.
Okay, can you guys find that?
Well, no, I can put it on a Dropbox if they want it. B-roll of the show. It's just general B-roll. It's not of us saying this happened in Colorado Springs. You understand? Tell her B-roll, cover video.
Okay.
Now, the actual podcast about that problem, I don't have it. I never pulled it.
What day was it?
Yeah, we can pull it.
It was Wednesday, wasn't it?
You can tell them it's on YouTube and Facebook.
She said, she said she would pull up the podcast herself, but they're having a problem with their equipment there, so if we could get that sound bite and send it to them.
Okay, you know, I don't mind doing that for her, I really don't. But tell her that sound, the video of our podcast is terrible, and it's not broadcast quality. Okay. This is very important. The audio is, video's not.
Right.
But we have video B-roll.
Okay.
But it's not going to match the sound, but it doesn't matter if she does it properly.
Right.
Okay. Okay, you understand what to tell her? Okay.
Yes.
And then if you get me the day downstairs, I'll try to pull it. I can pull it here, but what day?
You said Wednesday?
I'm pretty sure it was
Can you
Wednesday.
look at your notes?
It was before Suzanne came back. I didn't bring that note up with me, so I apologize.
You sure it was?
I am almost positive it was Wednesday.
What was the name of the caller? Do you remember?
It was Karen Ray, but Karen.
Let me try this.
But it was the, you know what the call was, right?
So what I gotta find. See, we don't have.
It was on the 7th.
And that's another thing. You don't categorize them. I have to go back and put a playlist on called Live.
What number caller was it?
Well, we're going to want this because I think we can promote it too, because we can grab.
I'll grab the podcast when I go down.
Okay.
And I'll cut that call.
Okay, perfect.
And then I'll send it to Tom.
And then we'll put it on. Tell her we're going to do a Dropbox link of the audio and B-roll of the show. Dropbox. We'll email her a Dropbox link, okay?
That's pretty good, 10 o'clock news.
Say Dropbox link.
Yeah, to the video and audio. But again, the audio is fine. The video for streaming is not broadcast quality. So she's going to have.
It was a long call show, so we should be able to find it.
Perfect. Okay, I will let her know that. Are you still doing the song?
Yes.
Okay.
I had the best one, and they already owe me the money no
Okay,
matter
but
what.
Tom,
I
line
don't know
4,
I
I
don't
tried
have
to get
any
Bonnie
updates
for,
on that,
she
though.
said
I
that's
don't know
out
where
of
we
her
left off
realm.
with that.
So I guess we'll just have to take the call.
Out of her.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Where did they hear the song? She said
All
she doesn't
over
do
the
morning.
internet.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's
I've never
referral
heard
list
of it.
/ jingle. Isn't it / jingle?
What are you talking about?
The jingle?
We're not doing it yet until we find a way to do it properly.
Okay. But when you do,
there was nowhere for them to upload, and
right.
It was stupid. I need to get a way to upload it to a channel. I'm going to do it the right way.
I could send it to some of my musicians.
But if they, I love this. We definitely want to do it.
Clint just texted, said that seamstress wants the wedding dress back.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
and she
I just
deserves
haven't had time to deal with it. So let Clint deal
Oh,
with
she's
that.
going to keep the dress?
Seamstress. She should. She should get it. She paid it.
Well, she hasn't paid yet for it.
Right. Right.
But if we said we'd bring it right back regardless, we're
Dan,
bringing it
how
right back.
hard is it? Because I got to go back and we have a playlist called Live Broadcast. How hard is it to when you do all this? You just put it in a category. You can't do it because they don't show up on that channel for people on that playlist people have that's called Live Broadcast. Does that make sense?
You mean on Facebook?
No. On YouTube, there's a playlist called Live Streams, Live Broadcast. And when they go to it, it's missing every single video. I don't go and put in Live Broadcast. I have to go into every single video we do.
Yeah, I guess I could start.
We'll tell them how to attack.
Hi, Tom Martino here.
Joseph A. Lazara is a criminal defense attorney I hope you never ever need. And of course, most of the stuff he deals with is stuff that can be prevented, like DUIs. I mean, why would anyone get one when you have Uber and Lyft and you can simply get a designated driver? But Joe Lazara, he's not going to judge you. He's going to represent you. Now, it could be any crime you're accused of, shoplifting or something weird. And again, some people, they make stupid mistakes. Other people are falsely accused. Joe Lazara, he's just going to represent you. 303-429-6200. And he is a good, dedicated attorney that you'll never be sorry you hired. LazaraLegal.com. Don't ever do it alone. 303-429-6200. Okay, let's keep going here. All right? We have Fix It 24/7 in the house, by the way, and that special they're doing. They probably already filled it, but just on the off chance they didn't. Both air and their furnace is being checked and cleaned and adjusted and all of that for just $39 each, but they're combining it, and it's only $59 for both. If you still want just one, it's $39, but if you want both, it's $59 for the next 20 callers, and I think, like I said, on the off chance they haven't been filled up, 720-526-3939. I want to take people who have been waiting a long time here, and Patty, what's going on with you, Patty?
Well, my daughter died about 2 years ago, and she has a 14-year-old daughter who wanted to live with me. First, after my daughter died, she had to go live with her father, who only had visitation rights.
I understand, but that's the way it goes. It goes to the dad, and I'm so sorry you lost your daughter. What happened?
Well, she had a heart attack. She was only 31.
Oh, my God. All right, so now this 14-year-old, is she still with Dad?
Well, actually, last year about this time, he ended up in prison for 44 years for rape, kidnapping, and the use of a weapon.
Oh, so my God.
He's in Canyon City. Well, he came to me before he ended up in prison saying she wanted to live with me, and you know, would I allow that? And I said, well, absolutely.
All right, so now what's the legal status?
Well, he never took care of the paperwork so that I could, you know, get power of attorney or anything.
He can do it. You don't want power of attorney. You have to actually be her guardian, her legal guardian.
Right. Well, I applied for guardianship in May of this year, and it made his parents angry for I don't know why.
Well,
they wouldn't talk.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're angry. If he wants it, does he want it?
Well, they somehow changed his mind, and they contacted my ex-husband, who then applied for it. But
wait a minute.
ex-husband.
Wait a minute. Hey, Patty. So I don't need to know all this detail, but here's what I need to know, I need to tell you. You have no special standing with the courts. Neither does your husband. Neither does. Okay, you just don't. Unless you already had custody of her for a very long time, and it's called status quo. So they let things go. But where is the girl right now?
Well, we went to.
That's an answer.
Ex.
Okay, she's with your ex. Okay, now I'm not saying you agree with it, but she's with the ex. Where did she go right after the dad went to prison?
She went to my house.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at. So you did have her for how long? I'm trying to get this status quo thing down. How long did you have her?
Well, I probably had her 5 months.
Okay, and then during that 5 months, you were applying for guardianship, and so was your ex, right?
Correct.
And and not that they care, they don't really care in this situation, but who did the dad want to have her?
Well, he seemed to change his mind, and he wanted my ex to get her.
Okay, now, did the ex ever have custody of her before or take care of her before?
No.
Okay, your ex never did. Then the courts awarded custody to your ex?
And his wife, yep.
Okay, now I got a clear picture, so hold on. We don't have to repeat that. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget, Fix It 24/7 in the house. And we'll delve into the email for them. We also have a personal injury question, squirrels ruining a garden, and more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
My father...
You can see the callers. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
What email is he talking about?
Which email?
He said that we'll get into the email regarding them. I thought he was talking about an email about that. Do you have visibility to that?
Ooh, I don't know. I didn't answer that.
Yeah, just as he was.
Should sign off there.
Yeah.
I thought he was updating as far as just the calls.
Yeah, he said there's also an email about them. We'll get to that.
Right. So if he has an email coming in and stuff, he might.
Okay, I didn't know if there was any visibility of that.
I don't think so, unless he can ask him, say, hey, you got that email and stuff,
Okay.
And so it might not be directly toward you. It might be some question on.
Yeah, I'm sure.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station with Russ Kaminsky mornings.
How long you been working with Tom?
Oh, geez, it's been 2 years now.
Yeah?
Yeah, over 2 years.
Yep. A lot of interesting stuff coming through.
Yeah. Learn a lot.
Yeah.
Especially like with you guys coming in and stuff. I mean, everybody is so smart in their business. I shouldn't say most people are very smart about their business and stuff, and they can. Like when we have Car Friday, do you listen to the show?
Every once in a while. A lot of times I'm working,
Sure.
I'll have it on every once in a while just as kind of background.
Yeah. It's like a Car Fridays. They got mechanics in here, and God, they can diagnose problems and stuff on the phone. Not always and stuff. I mean, they just really know their stuff very well.
That's one thing with cars. Everybody knows how important it is to take care of it. Everybody drives a car.
Not everybody.
But I guess the majority of people in our business, we try to help people understand that there's a lot of commonalities between the two.
That's a great point. You're right.
It's not as common knowledge. You got to get it tuned up every year, just like you do an oil change every 3,000 miles, or
But a lot of people, I don't think, understand. Just like their cars, they don't understand their houses.
You're right.
Filter changes.
Mm-hmm.
Or
you're right.
Just different things like that. You got air conditioners and stuff. That if you get a bunch of crap on your those fins and stuff,
and they don't realize how expensive it is to replace them if you neglect it. People think, oh, it's $1,000 or $2,000 to get in. People have no idea.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I love about this show is just not only do you advocate, but you educate. Your following, which.
No, that is the biggest thing. And if people would just listen to that, and if people just walk around their house, and not just heating and cooling, but just everything. And so, you get a little bit of water damage, take care of it. You know, but you're right. I mean, people they think the furnace, hey, it's working great.
As long as when I push the button and it kicks on,
That's right.
it's 100% good.
How many times did you get say, hey, you know, my thermostat doesn't work? You go out there, what is it? It's battery. Battery and thermostat.
Well, a lot of people think it's a thermostat because that's the only thing that they see. But it could be a circuit board. It could be something else. It's just when they hit the button, the hot air, the cool air doesn't come out. So it must be my thermostat.
So Dan?
Yep.
Is this me? Oh. I need to, like I said, is there any way we can categorize the videos as they go up?
Sure. Maybe we need
to
address how to do it.
I don't want to make, but I'm not trying to make you have an extra. You don't have to.
No, because I write the. So I just want to just tell me how you want to do it.
I don't want to click you. God damn it! I just want to add you to a playlist, and it takes forever to do it. Okay, just done. I just want to get out of it. Which one was this?
And I think, well, like I say, I can look at some of yours and just see how you like to do it.
No. There's only one playlist called Live Broadcast. It's simply a matter of clicking a box. In other words, all the videos on YouTube are categorized into playlists. Okay? So I'll show you where it is, because I go back to all of them and just add it to the playlist called Live Broadcast. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
But I didn't want to make you do all of that. I just, in other words, well, I thought if you did it when you do it, it'd be easy. Then you don't have an extra.
That day.
Yeah, then you don't have an extra step to go through, I'm thinking. But right now, I'm doing this. I'm going back to all the old videos.
So you don't, like, when you say put it in, you don't say, like, a date and this is what they're discussing on the.
No. I'm not talking about that. All I do is click playlist called Live Broadcast, because people a lot of times when they go to our channel, they look at playlists. I have a playlist, for example, called Troubleshooter. Thank you, Mark. A playlist called Troubleshooter, or Troubleshooting, or a playlist called Fun.
Well, yeah, we can definitely talk to it.
So that I'll show you on the channel later, and then we'll come up with a way of doing it.
You know what? It'll take. Hold on. This is so slow. On the first break, I'll show you.
Hey, Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome this hour brought to you by Ideal Home Loans. For your next ideal home loan, I'm a consumer advocate. We try to steer you in the right direction when it comes to everything. We also try to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. We have about 25 problems in the hopper right now. People have asked, is there a way they can see what we're working on? That's a good question. You know, we could share. Is there a way we could share a page somewhere where people could always go and see the status of a problem? Now, that would take some effort, but I'm thinking of creating something like that, like a page, a troubleshooting page called Follow-Ups on Troubleshooter.com, or which is, of course, that brings you to the referral list, but then if you click further through, you get to my troubleshooting page. I'm thinking of that. That might be a good way to go. So anyway, that's what we're thinking of doing. And what we do here every day is solve those problems. And we do it live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on our radio stations, including, of course, good old KHOW, our flagship in Denver. And in Colorado Springs tonight, on KRDO, Stephanie Sierra is going to have a story about the Broadmoor traffic situation. I should have mentioned that in the first 2 hours when they were on, but you know, our Colorado Springs stations join us in the first 2 hours.
Yeah, but she took a little bit to get back and confirm it. But
okay,
she's doing a story tonight.
Yeah, on KRDO TV, Stephanie Sierra is going to highlight the story about the Broadmoor.
And 300 bus trips a day, apparently?
It's an incredible story. And I urge you to watch it. It came through the radio show. Fix It 24/7 is in the house to answer questions on home services. Let's go to Brent Ivinson right now before we take your calls, because he's talking about a second opinion. Let me explain something. Do you realize no one gets second opinions on loans? Ever. they assume when they make an application, they have to close. That is incredible. You know, when I need a furnace, Fix-It says, hey, Tom, if someone tells you need something, we'll do a free second opinion. They'll do it on water heaters. They'll do it on panel changes. They'll do it on anything. And drains, somebody says you need a new drain, you can save thousands. No one ever thinks about a second opinion on a loan. But guess what? I got together with Ideal Home Loans, and this is the first ever service where they will review all of your docs. Now tell me that's not ingenious. Brent, can you explain it?
Well, absolutely, Tom. You know, this came out of us coming across a number of situations where we saw borrower after borrower being put into a loan program that worked but wasn't the optimal situation for them, meaning it wasn't the best possible situation they could be in. So we started looking at this and saying, you know, so few people get a second opinion on their mortgage. Call us if you're in a great spot and they're going to put you in something that absolutely works and is something that is the best place in the market. We're going to tell you to do it, but again and again we see this where people are being put in FHA loans and it just doesn't make sense when they could qualify for a conventional loan, or they're being told, hey, you know what, just go ahead and do a first mortgage to get that cash out rather than, hey, a home equity line of credit or a second mortgage may make more sense. There's a number of examples I could give you, but before you make a decision on the biggest asset you have, which is your home, and the largest debt you have, which is your mortgage, absolutely have someone take a look at it and make sure that you're making a prudent and good financial decision for you and your family.
You know, Brent, this goes far beyond advertising. This is a true deal here, and I want to make this very clear. The only reason people won't do it, I can't think of any reason why anyone would. I mean, if you have an application in the process, no matter where it is in the process, I know the only reason, Brent, people won't do it, they're going to think it's going to cost me money because I've already paid some stuff. What do you say to that?
Yeah, it definitely will not cost. We don't charge you anything up front.
No, but I'm saying,
when you
let's just say you can give them a better loan.
Yeah,
we got to make sure it doesn't cost them any more money if they've already had a credit report or if they've already had an appraisal. Somehow, if you can't get those costs worked out to where it saves them money, you're not going to do it.
We won't. We'll absolutely. I mean, in the example of an appraisal, if it makes sense, we'll go ahead and take care of the appraisal on our end of it.
Yeah, if it'll save them money. If it'll save them money. So that's the whole point. This is a second opinion to do better, not to just look at it. And if they can't do better, they'll tell you, we can't do better. But why would you not get a free second opinion? 303-867-7000. IdealHomeLoans.com for your ideal second opinion. You can't do better. Now, Patty has a terrible problem. Oh, my God, my heart goes out to her. Her daughter, 31 years old, has a heart attack and dies and leaves a young girl behind. Jeez. Oh, terrible. So the dad, to make matters worse, this poor little baby girl, her dad's sentenced to prison for 44 years. Now, Grandma applied for guardianship. But her husband got guardianship. So the ex-husband has guardianship. Now, Patty, what I always say in these cases, the first assumption I make, because I'm not a conspiracy theorist, nor am I someone who automatically believes the system is wrong. My first assumption is the wisdom of the courts have prevailed. They looked at the situation and granted custody to your ex-husband. What's his first name?
Steve.
Steve. Now, obviously, you disagree. My question is why?
Because she wants to live with me. She told the judge that.
That is a very good question and a very good answer, and I'll tell you why. They normally don't take a child's consideration when they're younger, but if they're 14 and older, it causes a lot of weight. And how old is she?
14.
Yeah. So if the judge heard this, what reason did the judge give in his ruling?
Well, my ex-husband made allegations against me, and...
Like what?
They said I wasn't taking her to school. She was failing because of it. I wasn't taking her to counseling. I was giving her prescription medications. So I was... Did they have any witnesses? No.
Did they have a home family investigator?
Yeah, and they found me.
How long was the investigation?
It was about a week.
Only a week?
Well, a week, maybe two. I don't.
What was the result of the investigation?
There were no charges against me.
No, I'm not talking about charges, hon. I'm talking about what were they do a long written they do a long written report, like, you know, Patty is this or Patty is that, the husband is this, the husband. Did they investigate him as well?
Well, no.
Usually in a case where there's contested custody, they study all parties wanting custody and then make a decision in the best interests of the children. Did they?
That never happened.
Okay, so who actually studied you?
Child Protective Service.
Who? Like a guardian ad litem, a psychologist? Did you have to do any ink blot tests or anything at all?
No.
Okay.
The guardian ad litem was in, and she ordered investigation through the Child Protective Services, and it's only that person that did any investigation.
That's the way it's done. So they came to the conclusion, what about you? What did it say in the report about you? I'm not talking about not being charged. What opinion to the court did they give? They'll say something like this: you're not fit to be her guardian, or you are, or they recommend she go with the dad. What did the report say?
It didn't say either. It just said that they just took all the facts down.
There was a report. There was a report given to the court. That's what the judge used. You got to get a copy of it.
Yeah.
Okay? And Patty, I'm not going to assume that you're wrong. I'm not. But I'm not going to assume the court is wrong. Now, is there a danger to your daughter being with him? I don't want exaggeration. I'm asking, is it a danger, or you would prefer to have her? I really need to get, because now if you tell me there's a danger and I don't find any danger, we're not helping you, okay? But if there is one, I want you to say it. Is there a danger, or is it just that you think you'll do a better job?
The ex-wife, there's something not right about.
Is there what do you think? Do you think she's a molester? Do you think she's a child molester?
No, I don't think she's a molester.
What do you think is wrong?
A controller.
Oh, okay, I get it. Well, thank you for not exaggerating. So, like a control freak.
Yeah.
Welcome to parenthood. You know? So, does the girl seem happy?
No. She's only been there for a week and a half, and she's texting me every other night telling me she doesn't want to be there.
Well, I understand that, but that's different than... Okay. How long ago was the custody battle?
It was final on, I think it was...
Just roughly. A month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago?
2 weeks ago.
Good. That's pretty fresh, which means it's a good time to contest it. Do you, did the father have a request, not that that scumbag should matter, he's in jail for rape and...
I know.
But did he, was he given any credence in court?
Any credence?
Like did they listen at all? Did they submit a statement from the dad or anything? Did they say, we talked to the dad and he prefers this? Did they?
Well, he was there on the phone in court. So,
and did he okay, so he testified in favor of the ex.
Correct.
Okay. Now, did the girl get to testify?
She only talked to the judge after everybody.
Okay, that's the way it's done.
All
right.
Yeah.
Well, do you have an attorney?
Well, I had one, but I had to get rid of her because I didn't have enough money.
Yeah, that's terrible. Did your ex have an attorney?
No, nobody else had one.
So your ex represented himself?
Yeah.
And won?
Yep.
Well, I got to believe, is there a possibility that the court got it right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, another question, and I mean this sincerely, Patty. What were you hoping we would do or could do?
Well, I just wondered you could somehow
look into it.
Yeah.
But all we would do is look at the court transcripts and see if any procedures were not followed, or have our attorneys look at that kind of thing, if your rights were violated. You know, second, we don't second guess judges' rulings. We don't say that was a travesty of justice, unless it was. But by that time, normally everybody says that. So it's not likely. It's not likely. Patty, if you have anyone else that agrees with you, or if your attorney agrees with you, give us permission to talk to this attorney. Otherwise, I don't really see much we can do. Custody battles are terrible. Terrible. Okay. This is the time of year when the roads get chewed up for repaving, because it's good weather, or all of that damage from last winter and the rains and everything. You get potholes, you get bumps, you get bruises. A lot of people are doing a lot of driving. Tires wear out. Why? Because of alignment. If you keep your car aligned, your tires go a lot further. It's safer. Braking distance is shorter. There are so many reasons to get your alignment checked. And fortunately for 5 people, only 5, you're going to get a free one. Al, explain what you're going to do.
Yeah, what we do is, it's the only way you know. You can look at tires for wear, but if you throw it on the alignment machine, the rack itself, and measure with the laser to see if your alignment's in on the front and on the rear. Most cars are adjustable in the rear as well. We're going to do that for 5 of your listeners for free. That is a $59 value. And what we're going to do is measure everything and tell you. If you're in alignment, hey, guess what? Didn't cause you a thing. Nice to see you.
That's wonderful.
We'll talk to you.
See,
and we'll check your suspension, too.
You can't do better than that. You just can't do better than that, and I appreciate you doing it. And there's 2 locations people can have this done. That's near Evans and I-25 and near Bowles and Santa Fe. You can find out details on the website, which is 303proauto.com, and that's also the phone number. And get that phone call in quickly. Next 5 callers only. That's 303-PRO-AUTO.
This report is brought to you by Office Depot Office.
There's a few slow
spots to watch out for when you drive across town as rush hour gets underway on this Monday. Off-highway, got a crash being cleared at Colfax and I-25. Look out for another wreck at Colfax in Delaware in the cleanup stages as well. Back out on the highway drive, a little bit of delay still on the north end of town. Southbound I-25, slow approaching 120th. Looks like it's construction is the culprit there. Back up to 144th. And seeing slow spots in the other spots in the metro area. Northbound I-25 is slow downtown approaching Colfax. The weather forecast, sunny today, nice with a high near 88. Right now, a few clouds and 78. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
If your back-to-school shopping list is testing your budget, the answer is shopping at Office Depot Office Max. From pencils to laptops and everything in between, you'll find low prices all summer long online, on their app, or in-store at the place that's serious about supply.
If you wear a denture, are you sure your breath is clean and fresh? Try Polident. It's specifically designed to clean a denture because it's tough on odor-causing bacteria, but gentle on the denture itself. Polident has a 4-in-1 cleaning system with 4 powerful ingredients that work together to deep clean your denture. It kills 99.99% of odor-causing bacteria in laboratory.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Here's the ad, man. That's exactly how people see it. So they're just on Facebook. It pops up in their newsfeed like that.
Beautiful.
And then basically they click on this. And it brings to this.
Tom, line 4 was, we called them, he held a long time and then got disconnected, so I called him back if you could make a priority.
Right away. And that is the number assigned to you guys. So,
it is?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Cool. Couple questions. Do we want to change that number so we can get specific data on that?
It's completely up to you.
The other thing is
I kind of like having the same number, but
yeah, so do I.
I think companies make a giant mistake when they split their numbers.
I'd rather have
giant mistake.
Yeah.
You got to do your own mining.
The other thing is there a way you can boost
Who do I owe you?
on Facebook?
this goes
Budget one transmission and auto repair for your auto repairs. You will love what they do for you. We talked about the $119 transmission check. They also have this one. Find, fix, or free any problem for $89.95 in labor plus parts. Now, you may think, wait, is that a good deal? Well, it doesn't matter, because if you don't do it, it's nothing. It's free. So it's find, fix, or free. They'll give you an estimate for parts. All you pay is $89.95 for labor. Find, fix, or free. That's it. And if they can't do it for $89.95, they'll say, listen, it's too major. Maybe you shouldn't even get it done. They'll give you a written report. So no matter what, you leave armed with information. Why? Because they're going to tell you the truth, and you can trust them. Budget A1 transmission and auto repair, and that's for all auto repairs. $89.95 plus parts, find, fix, or free. 303-781-9858. 781-9858 on Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth. 303-781-9858. Let's talk. What's on your mind? How can we help you? 303-713-TALK. Sean, I'm sorry you held earlier and got disconnected. What's going on with you?
Hey, not much. Just dealing with a tow company.
What happened? What happened?
They towed a trailer when I was in the middle of packing, but it was at nighttime. And they towed the trailer. I put it in a fire zone in my apartment complex.
Now, wait a minute. What do you mean what do you mean they towed a trailer?
I bought a U-Haul trailer. It was a 4x8 and from U-Haul, and I got it on the 4th of August. And it was for me to move from Lakewood, Colorado to Asheville, North Carolina.
Now, you bought it. You didn't rent it. You bought it?
No, I rented it.
Okay. Yeah. You rented a U-Haul, and they towed it. Because it was in your apartment complex.
Yes.
And did they do it because it was parked illegally?
Yes, sir. It was parked in the fire zone closest to my door where I was moving things from my apartment.
Were you actually in the process of moving at that very moment?
No, I had taken about a 3-hour nap because I had been moving things before. I had a bedroom set.
Gotcha.
And I moved that into the trailer. I realized I couldn't fit my couch as well, plus the other items. So I just took the bedroom set to a donation to a thrift store and just left it there one morning, and then I went back.
Okay. Hello? We got disconnected again. What's going on? Jackie, what's going on with you, Jackie? Welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. What's happening, Jackie?
Howdy. I'm having problems with squirrels.
Man, I know somebody who had problems with squirrels, and you're not supposed to poison them, but it didn't bother her.
No, I don't believe in that.
That's funny.
I have a little dog, and I love my dog, and he's there.
And I don't want to. I don't like to see those little furry creatures suffering either.
No.
But you got to get rid of them. I don't know how to get rid of squirrels. I know a lot of people have theories. Now, the trapping and taking away, some companies do, but that's expensive, and they come back. So, what are you in any particular city?
Yes, I'm in Denver, southwest Denver. They come from the wetland area. I walk my dog in the wetland area.
You sure they're not rats?
I've seen raccoons and skunks and a lot of varmints, but I know this is squirrels because I see them, and I've heard about, I took ammonia rags, tied them on the fence.
Right.
Their smells terrible. I don't like it, but it don't seem, I go out there, don't bother the squirrels.
I don't, you know, I really have not heard from people who've had success with, with doing anything. I know, do we have any pest control companies? If we don't, we sure as hell should because we used to. Do we have any on our list?
I think we have a couple, Tom.
Let's call one and see if they have any ideas.
I've actually heard coffee grounds works well.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you put them? Like around the garden?
Around wherever they're eating the flowers.
This is Brian from Fix It 24/7.
Yeah. I had
plumbing, heating, cooling, electric drains, and gardening.
My in-laws actually had a gopher issue.
Really? And they use coffee grounds. Now, is this like out of the can or old ones?
They were using the old ones.
Well, what a good idea that is. You don't even have to, it doesn't even cost you anything. Yeah. No.
I would guess if you got rid of the food source in the yard, you would get rid of the squirrels. There's got to be a reason the squirrels are coming there.
Yeah, but that's why you have a garden. What do you mean get rid of the food source?
Get rid of the garden.
Well, that's not the point. You want to grow things, and they eat what you're growing.
Yeah, the coffee grounds, I guess, just keep them away.
You want to protect the garden, so you don't want to get rid of the food source. You want to grow the food source, but are they, what do people do about rabbits and stuff? Do coffee grounds work for all varmints? Do you know?
That's what I've heard. Gophers, rabbits, squirrels.
Wow, Google that. See what
the
it says.
key thing
Mark.
is putting a fresh layer every couple of weeks, I guess. So.
Jackie, hold on. We're still trying to get our expert, and then Mike wants to talk about a personal injury. Go ahead, Mike. What's going on with you?
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing all right, man. What's going on with you?
Good. Well, late February, my wife fell at work. Actually, it's workman's comp, I guess.
Yes, it is.
And Gallagher Basket only wants to give us about $1,500.
Now, who wants to give you $1,500?
The workman's comp people.
Oh, okay.
Gallagher Bassett.
Who is that?
They're the representatives for the Michael's Home Goods stores.
Oh, I get it. So, wait. Your wife was injured, went to a doctor, and then did she get treatment?
Oh, yeah. She had a contusion on her left shin.
Now, there's a schedule they go by according to the injury and the percentage of disability.
Okay.
And was she given a schedule? Was she rated?
She went to all her appointments and everything.
No, but was she given a disability rating?
No, she has not.
So she's not yet at maximum medical improvement, MMI.
No.
She's still getting treatment.
She hasn't received any treatment. She still goes to see our plastic surgeon. She had to go have plastic surgery.
Why?
Because her contusion on her leg turned into an abscess, and then it turned into cellulitis.
How long ago was this injury?
February 27th it happened.
Now, but you're sure they didn't tell her she's at maximum medical improvement because they're still treating her, right?
Yeah.
Then how can they make you an offer if they're still treating you?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to get at. I mean, $1,500, that's pretty low. She had to go through a skin graft and everything.
Cliff Enton, we use for workers' compensation. He's pretty good at dealing with this. We're going to try to get him on the phone for you. Hold on a second. Cliff Enton, Enton Law. Benny, what's happening with you, Benny?
Well, I own a business, and I have a specific way of hiring people. And I get my balls busted by my friends.
Really?
I think it's the wrong way.
Now, how do you hire people?
All right. So I have a seasonal gig, and a whole handful of people always apply.
What kind of seasonal gig? What kind of work?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. So is it related to landscaping at all?
No.
Okay. So what's that?
Entertainment.
Oh, okay. So, but it's only a certain time of the year.
Right. But, let's say maybe 2 or 3 times a year, but let's say one event every new season.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So,
and how do you hire that your friends are saying is wrong?
Right. I get a handful of applications, let's say 10, 15 of them, 20. I instantly throw half of them away without looking at them.
Why?
Because I don't want any unlucky people working for me.
But is this a joke, Benny?
No.
You throw away half because they're unlucky and you don't want them working for you.
That's right.
Hold on, that's actually pretty good. Hold on a sec, all right? Just really hold on. You're very clever and entertaining, but I need to go to our attorney, Cliff Enton, and then I'll go back to you. Hey, Cliff.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, man. Cliff Enton, Enton Law, which is 303-333-2222. We have a question here from Mike. His wife was injured in February, and it turned into a contusion on her leg or some kind of skin grafts and plastic surgery. And Mike is upset because they offered her some kind of settlement. But, Mike, did they call it a settlement or did they call it what did they call it?
I believe it was a settlement.
But they're still treating her, you said.
There's a difference between a settlement and an admission on permanent partial disability. A lot of people get those confused.
Okay. So if she's still in treatment from a plastic surgeon for her leg, what kind of payment would they have offered her? Do you know? Can you take a guess?
It probably has to be permanent. That you wouldn't have settled your case, and they would still be providing treatment. And if you had settled the case, you would have signed documents. It would have been approved by a judge. If you were not represented, you would have had to have had an advisement by the judge. Sounds to me like they maybe they rendered an impairment rating, the case might possibly be closed on a final admission, and they might still be providing what are called maintenance medication.
What medical stuff does she have going on right now, Mike?
She still has to go see this plastic surgeon in a couple of weeks to see if we can get the scar to be smaller.
Okay. And how much did they offer?
Like I said, that's $1,500.
$1,500.
That sounds like it's just some disfigurement, maybe then. Which would be very low if you have that kind of scarring.
What
did you get a final admission of liability in the mail?
No, not that I've seen. No.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Are you guys represented?
We are not yet.
Okay.
We're kind of
Cliff, listen.
What,
Cliff does not charge to take a look at your case.
Okay.
And here's the deal. She's been in treatment and has plastic surgery and has impairment. And if you do hire him with workers' comp, the state sets your limits, right, Cliff?
That's correct.
And they make sure you're treated fairly. How many times, and I'm serious, Cliff, and I don't mean this as a commercial, I want to ask you straight up. When people hire you, do you more than make up for your fee most of the time?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, is it like
Not
almost...
always, but in the vast majority of
okay.
times. So it's complicated. You have God only knows how many attorneys in Colorado and in Denver, and there's only a handful that do a lot of work comp. It's
Plus,
a very complex field.
Plus, Cliff will also look and see if there's any third parties out there that might have fault as well.
Yeah, you said she fell at work, right, Mike?
Yeah.
How did she fall?
Well, she was pregnant at the time, and she was carrying some things down some metal stairs. She claims she fell probably 15, 20 stairs down.
Oh, my God. Is the baby okay?
Terrible. Yeah, we had our baby boy.
Thank God. Okay, hold on. Here's Cliff Enton's number. You guys really need to call and talk to him specifically. 303-333-2222. That's easy to remember. 333-2222. Suzanne, make sure he gets that because this is not going to cost him anything to do, and they really need to get that done. Okay, so we got a lot going on here, and Frank Duran, the real estate man, is always part of the Troubleshooter Network because people are always calling to ask about who they get to list their home or who do they get to look for a home, and we always say Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Also, we get reviews on him unlike any other person. It's like they adopt him as part of the family, and you'll see why. But he has skills for negotiating that you have to watch and admire. He's just a good all-around guy, dedicated, and you'll think you're his only customer. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky.
What do you think? You think that guy's a total scammer? Oh, throws 15 up, he doesn't want anybody. It's a great line.
It's a great line.
Do you think, okay, here's the bottom line. Do you think we'll have to use the dump button?
No.
You don't think so? I'm sensing a dump button.
Really? Do you think he's a...
It could be like the one from last week.
And diplomatic dispute with the U.S.
Which one?
Some consumer-focused companies are hanging in there.
The teeth. Come on. I don't even want to say it even on Facebook.
Amazon's next big revenue producer, with profits potentially passing its cloud business and its grocery and pharmaceutical segments. And it looks like Wrangler and Lee Jeans will have to stand up on their own legs soon.
Do you look up the coffee grounds?
I looked up 18 ways to get rid of them. Coffee grounds.
Really?
Listed, yeah.
I just Googled it while we were talking. Do coffee grounds repel squirrels and a whole bunch of stuff.
There is a bunch?
Yeah.
If you put arsenic in that coffee grounds, it works.
That's what it does.
The first thing that comes up, something copies delicious squirrels down a light layer coffee grounds, keep them being passed in the next meal.
And actually, coffee grounds are good for the soil.
It is.
It's very organic.
I never noticed, but Starbucks, they have a whole bin giving away used coffee grounds for people to put in their compost and their gardens.
Really? Okay. That's smart if they do that.
But it keeps the mold and other funguses away as well, but keeps squirrels in the barn.
I think it's good for, worms like it too.
Yeah.
Earthworms.
I wonder if Farley's going to actually open that Chinese plant.
No, not Chinese. I thought it was in Europe.
you slow in the elevated portion.
I thought it was in China. Harley.
Bit of delay on the north end still on southbound I-25.
If it was in Europe, it wouldn't bother me nearly as much.
Culprit there, back up to almost 144. The weather forecast.
Harley Davidson. In fact, it wouldn't bother me at all. Harley plant in China.
With the low around 61. Right now, few clouds above and 70
Thailand.
in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wax. 6:30 K-How.
If your back-to-school shopping list is testing your budget, the answer
Thailand.
is shopping at
So,
Office Depot
oh wait,
From pencils
is
to
also
laptops
intended to help
and
serve the vast market in China. So they're going to open it in Thailand, but it's really to serve China. Isn't it weird though? Harley Davidson being built in China or Thailand. I don't know what to make of that. It's kind of like Mercedes building in Thailand and not German.
One Clear Choice Garage Doors for your garage door needs, no matter what they are. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. If your spring just broke, call them. If you need a whole new door, call them. If you just want Wi-Fi capability for your garage door opener, they start at just $333 for a LiftMaster. These guys are, they are the shiznits. I can say that, right? Can I say that? Okay, OneClearChoiceDoors.com, 303-565-6409, OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Do you think this guy's putting us on? Benny says he's hiring people for special events each season. Benny, are you there? Benny says, I'm hiring people for special events, and he says, what I do is I take half the applications and throw them away because I don't want any unlucky people working for me. We all got a good laugh out of that, and we were wondering, are you really serious, Benny? Because he's told that his hiring practices are funny and are crazy and the wrong way. So, Benny, okay, so after you do that, what happens?
That's it. And then I go through the other half.
Yeah.
And I go through the regular process of
But
hiring
you could really be throwing away some good people.
Yeah, but not lucky.
Because they didn't survive the random choosing. Really?
That's right.
Okay. So now, then out of the other half, you go through a regular process, and when you do that, do you come up with good people?
Yeah.
Then it's working.
Right? It's just like any other process. You go through with applications, I imagine. You know, just half of them I ignore.
Okay. Well, I guess it's working, Benny. And but I don't think it's right either. I wouldn't just throw away half.
How come?
It just doesn't make sense to me. Because you're
saying
saying...
someone burns down the house, you know what I mean?
What's that?
What if someone burns down the house, so to speak?
I don't know.
The unlucky person, they come in, no good.
Oh, that's true if they're unlucky. But you don't know if they're unlucky. I mean, see, picking 50% of them and throwing them away, to me, doesn't determine whether they're good luck or bad luck. It's just totally weird. I've never had...
Maybe the 50% that he picks are the ones that actually have bad luck. They're working for him.
Bad luck one of these days.
Benny
is what's going to happen.
Benny is deciding... Benny is superstitious. He's saying when he takes 50% and he throws them away, they were unlucky because they weren't of the first 50. You know, he might really be serious about that. He might. I wish he would tell me the kind of business he's in. See if you can get it out of him, Suzanne, or any hint at all, or at least tell us off the air. Yes.
Why is he calling then, to get confirmation from you that this is a good hiring?
How do you guys hire? Listen, I know it's hard hiring in plumbing, heating, cooling, electric.
They do the same thing.
No, no, it's really hard. No one can afford to throw 50% away.
No.
I was told that's the #1 challenge right now in owning a business.
Absolutely. And, you know, out of the 33 people, all the ads and different ways we get applicants, we only really hire 1 in 33.
1 in 33.
Because I mean, that's the stats over the last few years that we've...
1 in 30.
Because they got to jump through a lot of hoops between background checks and drug testing.
How many people that apply, percentage-wise, failed drug tests? Because you would think that's the easiest thing to pass.
And you check for marijuana when you're in a state like Colorado or California and it's legal and it stays in your system for a long time.
We do. It's not a matter whether it's legal or not. It's an insurance issue. So when they're operating company vehicles and they're in people's homes working on machinery and mechanical equipment, it's a liability.
303-713-8255. We have plenty of time for calls, by the way. Rick, what's going on with you, Rick? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Question for you.
Yeah.
Just looking at my electrical meter on the outside of my house, and it arced 3 times and smoked, and I called public service. Are they the owners of the line coming to my house to the meter, and then I'm responsible for after that, or what's the deal?
Well, the service line, they extend to your house, and it belongs to them. That's called a service line from the main trunk to you. Now, that's a really funny one, because if you guys put it in and it's underground, there are sometimes you are responsible for it. But when it's overhead, I believe it's the utility that owns it.
Now, I'm doing that garage, as you know.
Right.
And I had our electric company come out. They added new posts onto their box.
Right.
Then Scott will come out, and Scott will actually run the 3-part... he's also an electrician. He'll run the 3-part cable all the way to the garage. So therefore, I would think I own that cable.
Well, you own it, and you're responsible for it.
Yeah. So why wouldn't this guy be responsible for that cable? Well, I would assume the builder did the same thing on his house.
It's part of a contract. The builder doesn't. The builder only puts up the mast, and then the power company connects to it. But underground cable is different. You bring the cable out to the transformer. It's just totally different. When it's overhead, the electrical company or the utility takes the overhead line to the mast and connects it. When you do underground, you take your underground from the house out to the transformer.
Got it.
So the transformer out on the street is what the pole is on the pole, except it's on the ground. So here's the deal. Why do you need to know?
Well, again, I just had some arcing at the meter itself.
Do you guys do electrical service on meters? In other words, do homeowners pay for that, or do they call the utility? Do you know? Typically, could you turn on your mic, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Typically, they have us come out and check and make sure, and if it's something we can handle, absolutely.
But if it's the meter itself, you guys don't work on that. You would
not typically. But
no, you would have to refer it to the utility company
unless there was an issue that was causing the meter.
Right, like the connection. From the panel. But they have to come out.
They're going to come out. They're telling me they're going to come out and do an emergency shut-off, and then I have to contact an electrician. It's like, wait a minute, it's your meter that's arcing. It's not.
Well, it might be the meter. If it's the meter, they're not going to turn. They're going to replace the meter. If it's the meter, they're going to come out and look at it. They're not just going to leave you without power, but they're absolute.
That's what they're going to do.
They're absolutely.
That's what they said they're going to do.
I understand that, but if it's the meter, they're going to replace it. You don't replace the meter. Yeah, but if it's from the meter into the house, well, obviously you have to do it. Hold on a second. We have a Brian here who wants to make a comment. Brian is on a referral list from Eagle Property Inspection. What is your knowledge of this, Brian?
Tom,
yeah.
I think Denver's changing their rule or ownership of the electrical from the pole to the house is now going to be the homeowners.
Oh, okay. The overhead is.
Yep.
Okay. What about the meter itself?
The meter is still theirs.
Right. So if the meter is arcing, they're going to come out and they're going to check that meter, Rick, and then if it turns out not to be the meter, they're going to turn you off.
Yep.
Right.
Right, but then you get it fixed. But that's not uncommon for you to have to do that. So I'm not sure. Now, you may want to have an electrician out there at the same time. Call Fix-It 24/7. I'm serious. And have them come out. Or call Plumbline Services. You can call a good company. But I got to tell you that you need somebody out there for you right now. And Fix-It 24/7, they would have one out there whenever you have that scheduled, 720-526-3939, and have them stand by, because if it turns out that it's not the meter, you need someone there to fix it immediately and then have it turned back on. Greg has a question for Fix-It 24/7. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, Tom, how are you?
Good, man. What's your question?
My question is, I had 24/7 come out and on one of the specials that you advertised.
Right.
And they service my heater and air conditioner.
Okay.
I live in a condo, and the air conditioner is situated outside.
Okay.
I asked the tech about cleaning the coils, and he said that the water the water faucet, well, it's about 100 and some feet away from my air conditioning unit, which made it too far a distance.
Wait,
anyway,
too far a distance for what? For cleaning it?
Yeah, for cleaning the coils.
Well, I don't understand that. So are you saying that they did not clean it?
No, he serviced as much as he could. He serviced the furnace.
Okay, all right.
And cleaned up.
But did he use his spray? Did he use a spray cleaner on it?
As far as I know, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they have a spray cleaner. The water, I'm not even sure the water is necessary. Anyway, Brian, why don't you talk? It's your company.
What's the question?
Yeah, he wants to know if that was right. They didn't hook it up to water. He said it was too far away.
Yeah, I mean, typically with the AC tune-up, we do wash the outdoor or condenser coils, but you know we have to have a water source and able to do that. We do have a no water, like a spray foam that we can do, and it's not as good, but we do need a water source to do a complete spray down of it. But we check everything. We'll wipe everything down, clean everything the best we can. If we don't have water.
And I know you have this waterless thing because your guys took some of the stuff out to the lawn and did it without water for mine.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a no water. It's like a foam that we use.
Is it a hydrogen type cleaner?
I don't know exactly what's in it, but it's something that's.
He may have done that. He may have done that, but.
Well, let me ask you this. Were you pleased with the service?
Oh, yeah, excellent.
Okay, cool.
It's very good.
Yeah, you know what? Obviously, if there's no water around, it's more than 100 feet away, there's not much they can do.
Our techs typically will carry a hose. You know, if we had a hose that was long enough, 100 feet
you would
or more,
do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but also, those waterless cleaners, I don't remember you guys hooking up a hose ever for mine, and the thing looked like brand new. I mean, with whatever you did.
Yeah, and we have a pump spray.
Right.
We'll have a little bit of pressure to it.
That's exactly
It's not as good as a hose.
But you still do that cleaner before the hose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other thing, too, is not every condenser coil is completely matted to the point where
it needs it.
It needs it. I mean, most of them just have a thin layer of dirt that we can get off.
We got 2 comments on squirrels here. Ellen's got a comment on getting rid of squirrels. What is it, Ellen?
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
I do have a suggestion.
What is it?
There is a product that's available, and I have used it. It's called Bonide, B-O-N-I-D-E.
What is it?
It's called Repels All, R-E-P-E-L-Z.
And it's a spray.
And it's a spray. It's all natural. I know the caller had concerns about her little pet dog. It's safe for children and house pets. But it will fend off a lot of rodents, including, I understand, I don't have the problem, but also will fend off deer.
Okay, Ellen, in the interest of time, we got to take this break, though, and I appreciate it. Bonide.
This report is brought to you by Office Depot Office Max.
A quick crash in the...
Do that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So my electrical manager is saying the meter box belongs to the homeowner, the glass meter belongs to the power company.
So the what does?
The meter box belongs to the homeowner.
Well, of course.
The glass meter belongs to the power company. Yeah.
The meter goes in the box. Yeah. I mean, I've seen, the electrician puts up the mast and puts up the housing. Then they come in and hook it up in there. 6:30. They hook it up. But there's a hole, and there's a whole meter housing.
You didn't know Scott was an electrician, too?
You know what? After you said it, I kind of remember, because I remember asking
He doesn't
him,
like doing it.
No, I remember asking, why the hell would you not do that?
Yeah.
Damn.
He said he hated dealing with the engineering part of stuff and just hated it.
But man,
you know what? He likes being outside and moving dirt. That's why. There's the real reason.
Except in the wintertime.
I bet he does.
What a love story there, man. He had cancer. He got over it.
How did that turn out, by the way? How was her surgery?
She's kicking her legs.
Successful?
She's starting to feel things.
That's crazy.
Well, it's as successful as it can be, Mark. She's paralyzed.
Oh, I understand.
They're thinking maybe she might be swimming because she can kick her legs and stuff. So if she can get swimming, she might be able to get enough strength to start walking.
That's amazing.
That's an incredible thing. Because they went in and cleaned her spine of all, not her spine, but her column and nerves of all plaque and scar tissue from the fall. God, can you imagine? She went out one day hiking and then boom, crippled, paralyzed.
Used kitty litter. is the best thing. We have no squirrels in our backyard at all.
Yeah, but it smells like shit.
No, you sprinkle it around, and it's just the smell. I mean, it's not like you can sprinkle around your house. Mice won't come in. Squirrels hate it. Bunnies don't like it.
Kitty litter cake.
It's,
they make a cake that looks like kitty litter with crumbs and stuff and chocolate, and then they put Tootsie Rolls melted and curled up, and it looks like a box of kitty litter. The kids like go crazy for it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Yo,
but I'm serious.
Hey, I was going to ask you, what do you make of this guy that stole the commercial aircraft?
I know.
How the fuck did he take off?
That's what I. How did he?
Well, he's a mechanic, so he's not an idiot.
I'm guessing it had to be
he was
a baggage guy.
A ramp guy.
I'm guessing flight simulators the only way.
He said I play a lot of video
games. Yeah.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. We got some email. Oh, I just want to say, wink and wink, our attorneys I hope you never need in a million years because they're bankruptcy attorneys, but you will never find better if you're in trouble for a Chapter 13 or a Chapter 7. Listen, Chapter 13s allow you to keep your home or anything that's secured where you have equity. Contact Wink and Wink. They're great people. 303-410-1720. Okay.
I got to ask something on this guy that stole this commercial plane over the weekend.
Oh, we were just talking about
He did loops. This guy did loops in the plane.
Mark.
How's that possible?
Do you know how difficult that is?
Just to even start the plane.
But for him to do those aerobatic maneuvers, I swear to God, it's the joy of ignorance.
He's a baggage carrier.
He didn't know enough to know that that plane can't do that. I mean, they're not designed to do that.
But he did them.
And it should have torn apart. Here's the thing. He, from playing video games, got the hand-eye coordination enough to take that damn plane off and fly it.
It's amazing.
Mark, I was shocked. I don't know if I couldn't do those maneuvers. I could not get in that plane and do those maneuvers. And I have thousands and thousands of hours. I don't know how he did it. I mean, this guy was a ramp rat.
The only thing he complained about in that test is he didn't realize his fuel burn would be that quick.
And did he, I don't think he could have landed it, though. That part I don't think.
You think he can do loops and take off?
Of course, Mark. Landing is the hard. Of course. Think about it.
I don't know. It's a pretty impressive
Think about it.
thing.
You put the pedal to the metal. Okay. You throw your throttle forward.
And you throw the yoke back.
And you do stuff right on his little video game. But coming in for a landing takes lining up. Listen to this. Power management, gliding, flaring, landing. I bet
you could take 20 Alaskan Air pilots that fly those things every day, and they're not going to do a loop.
No, I don't. That's what I said. The joy of ignorance.
It is, man.
He didn't know enough not to do it. And I'll tell you one thing, there's no one that could steal a helicopter. No one, unless they were trained. No one. That guy, the fact that he got in a twin engine...
It's got to be a flight sim, right?
How the hell did he do two engines? And, you know, you got to keep them timed, right? And all. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of automation in these things. But it was so incredible to watch that plane.
Could you learn to fly a helicopter in a flight sim and actually take off?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, could you?
I don't know. I honest to God don't know, Mark. I need seat-of-the-pants feedback. I do bad in sims because if I don't have that movement to feel, I don't have good sensory feedback. A lot of these kids are learning hand-eye coordination and coordination. Have you ever seen them play Fortnite, for God's sakes? I mean, think about the looking around and the up and down and the aiming. I need sensory, like if I put on goggles, it's easier for me. If I put on goggles where I actually turn and it turns rather than a joystick, that's easier for me, virtual reality, than trying to sense what the thing is doing. Anyway, fix it 24/7. Here's what I want to know. On drains, do you know when replacement is necessary as opposed to just cleaning out the weeds? Somebody wanted to know, if it has weeds, does it automatically mean you need it replaced?
No, typically, I mean, we're looking for a line that's collapsed, really. I mean, we'll have the drain tech go out. If he can't get through, if he can't clear it, or if there's some sort of, if he's pulling back stuff, we have a process where we'll send a supervisor out with a camera that's recorded
and then what?
On an iPad.
Right.
And they'll determine how extreme it is, if there's a replacement that's required.
Now listen, in light of some recent complaints I've gotten, and I have to tell you, you must get a second opinion with
Absolutely.
drains. You must. Because too many people are being told they need drains and they're spending thousands and thousands of dollars. It's amazing how expensive.
So you'll go out for free on a second opinion and run that camera too?
We will.
Yes, if you're told you need a new drain.
Yeah,
because they think about that.
Will you generally beat the price if they actually do need it?
I mean, I don't see why not. We try to be
They're
as
already
competitive
there,
as
right?
possible,
Obviously.
yeah.
They want the business, Mark. That's the whole idea of a free second opinion. Think about it. Why would they charge for that? They go out there, they're figuring, okay, if the homeowner has a great price, then they'll say, you know what? This is a great price. You should do it. However, we can do it for that price. You know, think about that. Or we'll do it cheaper. They get a shot at the business. But the good news is, if you don't need it, they're not going to lie to you about it. That's the part that's really important. Obviously, if you get second opinions, I guess you could get 2 bad people in a row. That's possible with all the bad drain people. That's why I urge people to use referralist.com. I mean, you obviously don't want to get 2 bad people, and I know you're not going to get liars on the referral list. You're just not going to get anyone that's going to flat out lie to you. Now, people might have different opinions, especially on the drain cleaning. Some say if the drain needs to be cleaned more than once every 6 months, you got a problem and should think about either replacing a section or that.
Or they can pipe burst it.
Yeah, you can pipe burst it without having to redig. So anyway, that's fixmyhome.com, 720-526-3939, our guest today. Of course, you can always find great people at referralist.com. Keep your calls coming to 303-MARTINO 24/7, and we'll call you back to get you on the show.
If you're a collector,
Brian, are you technically involved in anything?
Well, that plane crashed now?
Oh, dude, he ran it.
I got into a
suicide.
Oh, he did.
Oh, yeah. I think he ran out of fuel, but he might not have. I don't know. I don't think you could ever tell. Oh, yeah, you could. The black box would actually have how much fuel was left.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, after an explosion like he created, it went.
And you were a coach with. I didn't realize. I
If
heard
you listen to him talking to the, they've released most of the tape where he's talking to whoever on the radio.
So you know yourself.
He's just, you can tell he fucking is insane.
Did you just not like to
He didn't want to like kill anybody or anything. And it's so funny. It's like, oh, the only thing that's different than the video games I've done is I didn't think the fuel bar would be this long. Like, in other words, he was running out of fuel way faster.
For the pay and,
God, that's
to
why.
start a
Someone moved
family,
your
and I
trash
just couldn't
can out.
see, I couldn't see myself doing that, All my mentors are